Happy Friday. It's good to see you. Here we are in this hopefully not virus-stricken hellhole of a whatever. I've actually been feeling under the weather all day, so I don't think it's symptoms of the COVID. I've not been feeling 100%. So it's all right though. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it together. What is the word? The bird is the word, of course. Pixel Penguin. Good to see you, buddy. The word is that we're here on a Friday. The world is apparently coming to an end.
I promise, but here we go. Will glass coffins be a success? Remains to be seen.
That's a deep cut right there. Yeah, so here we are. It's the world's falling apart around us, and we're still gonna go do some fake flying on a Friday afternoon or Friday evening.
How do you catch a unique rabbit? Unique up on it.
Jesus, man. You guys are killing me here. It's good stuff. Yeah, great start to 2020, right? In all seriousness, I hope everybody's safe. I hope everybody's family is safe over the next few weeks. This is a interesting time for the world. A thing that has never really happened before, I think. So it'll be kind of a wild ride, I think, and hopefully we come out the other end in better shape than we came in. Obviously, there's going to be illness and all that stuff.
It's hard to explain tons to kleptomaniacs because they always take things literally.
Jesus, dude. Oh man, might do more streams. Get quarantined. Yeah, no kidding, man. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting this weekend on Twitch to see how things go, because as somebody mentioned, there are no sports happening in the world right now. You're pretty much down to just esports and like digital entertainment for a while. So I'm curious to see what that's gonna do with the things here on Twitch. If it's gonna get busier, if people are gonna, I don't know. I have no idea. We're gonna wait and see what happens. We're good to go. Like we're in pretty good shape. My wife's got a little grocery shopping to do, but everybody around here is panicking right now. If you're not in the US, it's like, I think those of us sort of in the know have been looking at this for a couple weeks now and saying, yep, it's coming. We should probably get ready. Something's going to happen. Don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to happen. And it's just been the last couple of days where a lot of my wife's friends and whatnot have suddenly realized, oh my, it's here. Like it's happening. And I think it's happening all over the nation too, as schools are closing down and people are going to be working from home and this and that for a while. The reality of the situation starting to kick in, and it's resulting in people running on just supermarkets and all that crap. So I told my wife, I'm like, listen, we good for a few days. All right. We go to the store early next week. We'll be okay. So hopefully by then everybody will have panicked, bought their bread and milk and toilet paper, and been just fine. Toilet paper's vanished from everywhere. I can't believe that's the thing that people are latching onto. Like, it's like the French toast supplies during a snowstorm, the bread, the milk, and the eggs and whatnot. And apparently when the COVID is running loose, it's going to be the toilet paper for some reason. Like, of all the things to get worked up over, somebody somewhere in a marketing department has either really made a name for themselves or has completely missed the boat on this one. Either somebody went out and caused a fictitious shortage of toilet paper, or somebody has missed an opportunity to capitalize on this whole thing. It's crazy, dude. It's absolutely crazy, man. Demago, good to see you. Today it was not possible to get toilet paper anymore in the shops. That's what I hear. Yeah. We've got a nice. Well, dude, if you got diarrhea, I don't think you need a lot of toilet paper. Like that, my experience has been toilet papers for the stuff that doesn't, maybe a little bit less reluctant or more reluctant to come out. Just personal experience. Pilot YWG, good to see you. My province got our first case. Everyone's freaking out. The woman who has it was off of medical diversion we had. It's too bad, man. That's crazy. Yeah, the airline industry's in bad shape too. Like I think that's one of the things we're gonna see the most here, just because of the group of people that are frequenting our streams and whatnot. Kyokin, by the way, speaking of the airline industry, has a bidet, so he's all set. Yeah, it's just like I just saw articles like they're announcing cuts of like 40% for Delta Airlines and American Airlines and whatnot. I think Lufthansa is like 70% cuts or more over in Europe and whatnot. Like it's just bonkers, man. Like we are not even close to seeing the iceberg, much less the tip of the iceberg for this one. It's gonna be a wild ride here for a few weeks. But in the meantime, we're gonna hang out here. We're still gonna do our thing tonight. We're still gonna have Evan from Flight Sim Expo on tomorrow, by the way, 1:00 Eastern time. So come in for that with your questions and whatnot. I sent Evan an email earlier this week. I'm like, okay, given all the crap that's going on right now, I totally understand, and I'm giving you an out if you don't want to come on the stream, because you know it's going to be 2 hours of, hey, tell us about the COVID and is Flight Sim Expo canceled? Yeah, we'll get to that, Anthrax. Remind me here in a second. So yeah, what we oh yeah. So, but he says, nope, we're gonna jump on. We're gonna talk about it. They just released a poll today that is a sort of questionnaire on where you would like Flight Sim Expo 2021 to be, as they start to plan for that. So if you go check Twitter and Facebook and all the various places where information can be found, you can find that poll. And I would highly recommend that you go fill it out. If you have not already. What is this? Get to the checkout. Oh, that's fantastic. I saw one earlier that was Scarface. There was Scarface, like instead of hoarding cocaine, he was hoarding oh man, he was hoarding toilet paper. Yeah, here it is. I thought it was pretty good. Or is it cocaine or money in that? I don't know. I've actually never seen Scarface, so I'm assuming that's Scarface. Now that I think about it, I don't actually know. Blasphemy, right? S. Roth, good to see you, man. Anybody else gonna say hello to? I think I missed a couple of them up here. Bullet DK, good to see you. Well, I greet Kiyokin with a thermometer. It's Coca-Cola. Of course it is, yes. So yeah. I'm not really a movie buff, Mark. Like it's not totally my thing. So Stealth Bob says wife bought 12 boxes of Kleenex because why not? Don't flush the Kleenexes, dude. That's a bad idea. You of all people should know that, Bob. Hope you're doing well, man. Happy Friday. Artisan Simulation, welcome aboard. Good to see you. If I missed anybody else, make sure you say hi. If you've already said hello, say hello again. And I missed you because I will try to say hi. So yeah, we're here. It's another Friday. I haven't done much this week. It's been pretty quiet. We've mostly stayed put. Streamed on Monday. I was supposed to go to an event on Wednesday. I'm either coming down with something or allergies are in the air or something is going on. So I didn't feel especially great on Wednesday, so I decided to stay home. Not because I was afraid of, getting sick or anything, but because of the perception of, hey, here's this guy who, has allergies or is sniffling and whatnot, in a climate where people are very scared of other sick people. So it's like, it's not worth it right now. So I decided to stay home Wednesday. Play some video games. What did I play on Wednesday? I just kind of hung out, man. I played a little World of Warcraft, played a little Star Citizen. Yeah, I guess I didn't really do a whole lot. It's been a pretty boring week for me. I'm very excited though for this weekend. Not just for this stream tomorrow, but I got invited to the closed beta, which I think everybody did at this point. The closed beta for a game called Diabolical, which is a sort of successor to a spiritual successor to Quake 3, perhaps the greatest game of all time, without question. So, or next to World of Warcraft, perhaps the greatest game of all time. So yeah, we might fire up a stream of that sometime this weekend too, because I have nothing else to do. Scotty, how do you get to see you, man? How you doing, buddy? Ishiku16, good to see you. Had a job interview with Delta yesterday, and they are shutting down hiring for like 30 days. Yep, I think most airlines are, man. I think pretty much everybody's closing the door on people. So, which really sucks. Like for anybody who's graduating college this year, anybody who was hoping to jump into that industry, like it's awful timing for sure. Neil J, good to see you, man. Yeah, dude, Quake, man. Yeah, Diabolical. Remind me when we're up in Cruise. We'll talk about Diabolical. And I saw Anthrax left a message here. Can we please take a moment to celebrate? This You're Not Found finally gets his wish and gets to work from home, at least for a few weeks. A man who supports people all over the world, yet has to go in the office every single day, and has probably one of the worst commutes of anybody here in this channel. So, congratulations, 404. We're happy for you, buddy. Get to pass. Good to see Ashley. We went fully work from home today. Excellent. I love seeing folks get to enjoy this whole work from home thing. I think we might have a guest here in a second. Maybe. Yeah. All right. Nice timing. I heard her losing her mind downstairs. Oh, you're all smiles. Come here. What do you got? Oh, you got some. Yeah. You got some puffs for me. Oh, yeah. You want to eat one of those? Oh, there you go. How's that? You can't eat that. What? That's you over there. Yeah. That's you over there. You're also here. Hang on. Where's my mouse at? There it is. You're also right there. You want another one? Here you go. Yoink. Just finish those. Those are kind of gross. No, you can't have that. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? You can't have that. You can't have it, I say. Okay, fine. You can have it. You're cute. There you go. You happy now? Don't put it in your mouth. Oh my gosh. This is what we deal with now, by the way. She used to be sweet. She used to be gentle. She used to be kind. And now she's... now she's a terror. Well, maybe not quite a terror. You're blowing everybody's eardrums doing that. You know that, right? How's it taste? A little ASMR for the crowd? You can't have those.
Hi.
Space Dandy says hi. Here. It's the most noise you've made on here yet. Destructive face, says Saladino. Yeah. I think there's some truth to that. I'll get you to smile. I'll get you to laugh. Ah. Give me a good smile. Come on. Nope, you just want the microphone. All right, my friend. I think it's time to go. You got to go to sleep. Do you want to sleep?
She was acting tired.
Not anymore. I don't think she's tired right now. What are you looking at over there? Oh, that's you. That's not happening in real time, is it? There, that is, though. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Amalia.
Bye. No, we're not going to get it today. You kiss her cheek the same way I kiss my cat's forehead. All right, kid, time to go. Thank you. Let's get this thing back on here. There you go. She's thanks to daylight savings time, she's staying up a little later now. So we will probably get to see her most Fridays. And she's been staying up later in general. She makes it till almost 8 o'clock now most nights, which was unheard of a couple of weeks ago. A couple of weeks ago, she was struggling to make it past like 5. She'll be a singer. She'll be something, that's for sure. Only 75. Good to see you. She's definitely growing up fast. Yeah. So yeah, that's Amalia. She's super awesome. JFK Ramprod, good to see you, man. Watching you from work tonight. Probably not very busy where you're at, is it? Blow Minimum's good to see you. Anybody else we got? Next child YouTuber in 15 years. Yeah, I don't know about that. So yeah, let's say some thank yous, and then we'll get the say some thank yous. I might have to go use a potty, and then we'll get the show on the road here. It's gonna be a pretty quick getting out of this airport, but nobody's found the Easter egg just yet. So enable feature chat. Is it not enabled? Oh, sorry. Done. My bad. I thought it was on already. I was looking at it. I'm like, oh yeah, here it is. Jojo C, good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday. My youngest is 23 years old. It doesn't seem like doesn't seem to take 23 years. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, we're at let's see, Sunday will be 16 months. Yeah, Sunday will be 16 months, and it doesn't seem like 16 months. That's for sure. Can we get an Easter egg hint? Oh no, it'll get found tonight. I promise you. I promise you. At some point this evening, it will be found. It's just a question of who finds it first. So yeah, Saldino, thanks for the bits, man. 404, thanks for the bits. Anthrax, thank you for all the bits. Thank you guys both. I'm not going to thank you for each one of the bit donations, but thank you guys very much for the bits. I really do appreciate that tonight and every night for that matter. Kyokin's here for 36 months. Kyokin, good to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Cheers. Thanks for 36 months. Space Danny, thank you for the bits as well. Scotty the Hottie, thank you for 5 months, my friend. I do appreciate that. Cheers to you, my friend. I hope you are doing well today. And yeah, big thanks to Anthrax, This Year Not Found, and Space Dandy for definitely going above and beyond so far today. Cue Ball, good to see you, man. Cheers, guys. It's water tonight because like I said, I'm feeling a little under the weather. Medication stuff and all that changed up a couple of weeks ago, and my body is still, I think, adjusting to some of that. Also haven't been, sleep is what it is because you've got a 16-month-old baby that does what 16-month-old babies do. Is the yak the plane or the animal? It's the animal, man. We've almost made it all the way to Z on animal names. So I've got Z for the next one, probably on Monday, and then we'll come up with a new theme for next time. And we'll I don't know what the theme will be, but we'll come up with a new theme. Maybe it'll be random city names. I don't know. And we'll start fresh again. Why do I do it? Because why not? Who actually reads the title? Black Plane, Black Cat, Friday the 3rd. Oh, I didn't think about that. That's a pretty good observation there. So yeah, here we are. We're going to fly the Challenger tonight. We're going to fly it in the VATSIM FNO. So if you guys are on VATSIM, I highly encourage you to come join us this evening, because it's always quite the celebration here. So that's actually VATSpy. Well, look at this. The coronavirus got shut down. You could pretty much fly the entire United States and get coverage on VATSIM tonight. But today's FNO is actually Kansas City here. So we're going to head into Kansas City this evening and make the turn there. What route are we going to fly, you might ask? Well, let me pull that up here momentarily. Taking off out of Telluride tonight. Telluride, why Telluride? Because Telluride's pretty, man. Of course, we came out here and there's like clouds and fog and snow and everything else. But we're going to fly to Telluride. Make a nice long jaunt over here over to Kansas City. Take off out of Kansas City, then make a nice short little jaunt over to the Spirit of St. Louis, where our last flight will be this evening, in honor of Mr. Captain Moonbeam, I believe flies out of Spirit of St. Louis. So do some different airports this evening, some things that you normally don't see, and have a good time doing it. We're going to do it in this plane. This is the DDen Challenger 300. I last flew this on the long cross-the-country flight that we did. This was the Denver to Chicago leg in the Challenger here. And this thing is an oldie but a goodie. The origin of the rocket ship emote, for sure. And I just love this plane. Like it's a fun one to fly. She's a good little plane, and yeah, it was one of my first choices when I was thinking about what to do this evening. And I think I decided on this like last week too. I think maybe somebody had mentioned it or something. Tail number's pretty good too. Yeah. Oh, hi. I don't even know what country is that. I don't know what that flag is. I don't know what the country is. I have no idea. Is it like Switzerland or something? I don't know. I don't know my Austria. Oh, okay. Austria. There you go. I don't know my European flags. Is this plane any good? Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? Spoilers. I like this airplane. I'm a big fan of this thing. So Flying with Arnold, good to see you. Redacted 72, good to see you. And here we go. This is the DDen Challenger 300. Normally there's sounds outside. There's supposed to be like ambient. There's supposed to be ambient sounds and whatnot, but they don't seem to be in place. All right, so let's do our external pre-flight. We'll just do a fast pre-flight on the whole thing, and then I sim briefed the crap out of this. So let's just do that. 808 imbalances, and SimBrief is telling us that we should have a zero fuel weight of 25.8. 25. Where's the empty weight? Okay, so 25.8. Oh no, it's going to give me it gives me a total weight here, right? Okay, so let's start with our fuel. Fuel 5.7. So 5.7 on the fuel, and then 25. Or sorry, total weight 31.3. Oh, right there. There we go. That's that. That's people. That's fuel. And then I'm going to take a moment here, like I always do, to acclimate myself to this beautiful airplane. Just remember where everything else is at. Air conditioning and bleeds, pressurization, fuel, anti-ice, electrical systems are here. Lighting is here. All of our hydraulic systems are over here. CAS and all that. So we'll pop. Oh, there's a control panel I want to pop out for that. So instruments. There we go. So there's this thing right here. Pushing this brings up the ECAS, brings up the checklist, brings up the MFD control. I always leave this thing open down here in the corner. You guys can't see it, but it's underneath my webcam because you need to be able to get this MFD control up fairly quickly, or fairly easily, I should say, for a lot of functions. So anyway, that's done. Engine, APU, oxygen, fantastic. So let's then come out here, starting with the electrical system. External power, batteries can come on. And then let's fire up the APU. Our APU's coming up. Is there an APU control monitor anywhere? There has to be. ECS maybe? Yeah, there's an ECS. It's APU bleed. Is there an APU button? I don't think there is. No, but it sounds like an APU is running to me. Would you guys agree? Oh yeah, that's right. APU's up here. APU RPM, APU EGT is right there. So then we can then... Nightbird! Thank you for 6 months. Hada, he says. Cheers, my friend. I appreciate it. Simpala 13, good to see you. Is the tail number because you watched The Room? I don't even know what The Room is, so no. I like the livery. I like the black livery. That's why I picked it.
Retard.
No, still haven't found... Trust me, you'll know when you found the Easter egg. Pot of nothing. Thanks for 15 months, man. Cheers, buddy. Oh, you'll like it when you find it. Okay, let's do our bleeds. Air source. Up. And the bleeds. Okay, the cross bleeds come on. Oh, yeah, APU bleed on. Cross bleeds on. There we go. And then power to APU gen. Why is the APU gen not coming on? Unless it's, oh, it might already be. Is it already on? So do we have juice at the... Let's see. APU's giving us our EC, giving us our air. So electrical. APU's not giving us any... Oh, because the external power was on. There we go. Okay. Open the bus tie. There you go. Okay, so now we've got juice coming to... Yeah, we've got juice going to the whole system. Okay. So then we can open this guy up, and we can say... Options... Negative. Maybe there is no option. I'm trying to see if there's an option to get rid of the GPU, but I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, we're good there. All right, so let's do bleeds. Those are fine. 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 Gotta have our logo light on, man. Come on. And that's good. Okay, I think actually we can start this, right? We got people and gas in here. Not buckets. Good to see it. How does he navigate around the cockpit so easy? What controls does he use? Well, you can always ask me the question directly and not refer to me in third person. I use the X-Plane default controls. So, on my channel on Twitch and YouTube, there's a tutorial on how to use the X-Plane cameras. I would highly recommend giving it a watch. There's a lot to be learned from that, and the X-Plane camera control system is so very good. Yak or a Challenger? Airstone, good to see, man. Win the Challenger, man. The Yak is the animal of the week. The Challenger is the airplane of the week. I didn't think about that. I guess I should have thought that one through, but hey, it gives us something to talk about at least. Let's turn those all to auto. And then let's just fire this sucker up. What do you say? Fuel pumps are on. Yeah, let's just kick it on. So how do we start the engine? Actually, you know what? There's a whole checklist system that we can do. If I really want to. Yeah, we're not going to do any of that. That's too much work. You kidding me? I don't want to do the checklists. I think we just put those to run and start, right? Looks good to me. We didn't hot start it. I think we have an engine. This plane climbs like a freaking bat out of hell. Yes, it does. She got some chooch to her. Love flying this thing. She got some chooch. Alright, that's two good engines. So the plane is, you know, it's outdated, that's for sure, but it's still fun to fly. That's done. That can come off. And then APU can turn off. Everything else is good, right? Yes. Okay. ECAS, cabin lights. Oh yeah, lights. Armed emergency exit lights. Seatbelts on. Cabin. Oh, I need to set the landing altitude, don't I? There's a button to do that on the pressurization panel. Here it is. Where's that altitude actually at? Is that what that means? Oh right, we don't have anything in the FMS, so it's not gonna. Yeah, it's fine. It's good for now. We'll come back to that. It's telling us that we're high. Well, of course we're high, because we've only just begun. We're at 9,000 feet to start with, so yeah. All right, let's then load up. P-Bass, good to see you, buddy. Let's call clearance. Let's call Denver Center up here. Get our clearance. I think that's who we're talking to. Looks like Denver Center to me. It's gonna be Harry tonight. Viewer of the stream, Mr. Harry, on 27.65. 765. Oh. Let's turn you down and you down.
Got 5713 Denver Center. Good evening. Descend at pilot's discretion to cross Kremling. That's Romeo Lima Golf at and maintain 14,000.
14,000.
Could you repeat the waypoint, please? Got 5713 descend to cross Kremling. Romeo Lima Golf at and maintain 14,000. Alright, cross Romeo, wait, sorry. Romeo something Golf at flight level 140, altimeter 2978. At 5713, that's Romeo Lima Golf, Kremling, New York.
Oh, I can't. Oh no, Hookah Bar's gone.
Romeo Lima.
I gotta go re-download it. I deleted it from my downloads at some point. That's too bad. Denver Center, hello. .com 717 on the ground. Telluride, IFR clearance, Kansas City, please. Yeah, it is a challenger, man.
.com 717 Denver Center. Good evening, time to the Kansas City Airport. As filed, on departure, maintain 17,000. Expect flight level 410, 10 minutes after departure. Departure of this frequency, squawk 1450.
Very good evening to you. Clear to the Kansas City Airport as filed. 17,000 on departure, flight level 410 within 10. Departure with you, squawk 1450. .com 717.
.com 717, read that correct. Hold for release, advise number 1 for departure, frequency change approved.
Okay, we'll call you number 1, 717. All right. Okay, let's turn him down for a little bit. Grab you. Pull you out there. Good old X-plane default here. Let's see, that's the flight plan tab. KTEX. And we are going to KMCI. KMCI. I need to refresh myself on the departure procedure out of here too. I think it's just going to be straight ahead then direct on course. And then first leg is HBU. Next page. Next leg is J28. Taking that to GCK. And then from there, J110. We're taking that all the way to Fracka. Fracka. RACA. And from there, then direct to EMP. And then we are coming in on the Jayhawk 6. What runway are they using right now, I wonder? We want to be on 19 right or 1 left if possible to minimize our taxi time. Kansas City ATIS is showing 1 left and 1 right in use. So let's plan for 1 left. The Jayhawk 6 for 1 left. Approach transition. Oh no, that's that transitions for the arrival transition, and we'll plan for the ILS. Execute that. Go to legs page, look for discontinuities. Good. Whoops, there's one. Frac a direct EMP. And then let's do Misser. Right there. Good. Okay, that's it. We're done. That's all you got to do up there. Next up, we got to do V-speeds. I think I've got a cheat sheet for V-speeds, but I'm going to first of all hide this. So I'm about to show my OneNote, and I don't want to show my OneNote. Oh, we're good there. There's Challenger speeds. All right, we are... what's our gross weight? Takeoff weight 31.3. And of that, 5.7 is fuel. That's important. We need that number. So let's see here. According to the numbers right here, at 31,000 pounds, our V1 is 116, V rotate 116, V2 125. Okay. That is at sea level. I don't know what to add for that for not being at sea level, because we were definitely not at sea level. But we'll probably add 5. I'm going to add 5 knots to all those numbers. We'll call that even. So I got to hit no, refs. Yes, here we go. 116. Actually, let's add 5 knots to it. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Add 5 knots. Nope. 5 knots to that. And then 121. And then V2 is going to be 120. We'll call it 130. Set. Good. There's our V speeds. Our initial climb out, we'll just go all the way to 250. So speed 250. 250 is set. We're cleared to 17,000 feet. Oh boy. This plane takes some time to crank her all the way up there. Wait till we got to go to 41. Sit here cranking for a while. Just cranking it right out. There we go. That's done. Let's do, for the flight director, then let's start off with heading mode. I got to look at the ODP for out of here. The flight change mode here, or vertical speed mode, and we'll start the initial climb at 2,500 feet, or we'll just do 3,000 feet per minute. I think that's about what this plane will do, no problem. Okay, so that's done. We have the heading bug set. We've got the vertical speed set. Now I need to do 1450. 1450. And we'll TARA the crap out of that. There we go. So that's done. We got to get the weather, and we got to look at the ODP. So let's start with the ODP. Yeah, you know me. What's the chat? 4-4's about how we're finding everybody. Yeah. Civil, good to see you, buddy. How you doing, man? Anybody I missed here, we'll get you in a second. We're trying to get up in the Orion 87. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Hope you were doing fantastic. What's that? Oh, an email from something I definitely don't recognize. Okay, so what I wanted to do then was go look at the ODP. So let's go over here. Pop you up there, hit add plate. Text. Takeoff minimums. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Tell you right. Runway 2, or departure procedure, climb to 12,000 on a heading of 276. Yeah, we'll have no problem getting it. We'll be at 14,000 by then. So we'll say 12,000. So we're gonna do heading 276 to 14,200, and then we'll go direct. So 276, 14,200, and then we can go direct. I'm not gonna worry about the rest of the ODP. It's fine. This thing climbs so fast. It's not even gonna, like, we could spend a half hour programming all that up, and it won't matter. So 276 on the heading bug is what matters.
Reach on. Reach on.
Medic Dan,
Reach
thanks for
on.
22 months, my friend. I do appreciate that. Cheers. Appreciate it. Toilet paper, what a ripoff. Code Monkey, good to see you. Okay. One notch of flaps out here. Flight controls. Right rudder. Left rudder. Left aileron. I promise it'll be louder outside once we're going. Right aileron. Full back. Full forward. Good. Okay, we'll turn you up.
3.4.
Not sure if the other guys are out of here yet. Maybe they gave up. They're still here. Oh, hey, nose wheel steering. Checklist. Anthrax and Flash 23 we're gonna bounce out of here. Shared cockpit. That must be them. That might be them over there. Maybe. Gonna need a hint on the Easter egg. I could give you a hint,
5713,
but then it wouldn't be very fair.
2978, expect the LDA runway 25 approach beginning from Kremlin.
Yeah, I'll be well above it. Yeah, it's gonna be no issue on this ODP.
LDA approach into Eagle from one of the waypoints.
From Kremlin, that's Romeo.
Forrest trying to figure out the Easter egg. Oh, sorry about that.
Roger, expect the LDA from Romeo Lima Golf for United 5713.
That's the second flight shirt. Oh, okay. That's the second one. Gotcha. I have a suspicion of the Easter egg. NeverCenterLow.com 717's on the ground at Telluride, first for departure.
.com 717, roger, released for departure. Clearance void, if not off in 5 minutes. Time now 2351 Zulu. Call me airborne, frequency change approved.
All right, give you a call in 5 minutes here, .com 717. All right, winds are now calm. Altimeter 2989er, and then we are good to go. Altimeter. It's over here. Set. All right, let's go.
166.
Oh, yeah.
Good evening, climb and maintain.
Telluride
370.
is 23 nothing. 23 nothing. There we go. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Oh, no. That's not it, actually. I'll give you that one. No. I made that change a long time ago. Now, trust me, it's something with the stream. It's going to be very obvious when it comes out.
Approaching runway 27.
Telluride traffic, Challenger taking off runway 27, straight out
Entered
departure,
runway
Telluride.
27. 7,000 feet
Still on
remaining.
center time.
I am, aren't I? It's a good call, though. Telluride traffic, got a Challenger taking off runway 27, straight out departure, Telluride. No more buffer. Well, I don't have any drop frames. Okay, lights. Are set. The camera's set. And action. Sure, let's go. Had to reload. Forgot to load XPOD plugin. Whoops. Here we go. Power set. It's an approach mode, not toga. It's all right. Airspeed alive. Boy, that runway goes away fast. V1 rotate. Positive rate. Gear. Oh yeah, all the old sounds, Torb. How you doing, buddy? Laps in. Thrust back to climb mode. Traffic, you got a Challenger departing the area to the west. This will be our last call, I'll tell you right. Let's go AP on. AP on. Oh, AP on, yacht anchor on. Good. Speed's coming up. 3,000 feet per minute, still accelerating through 12,000 feet. That's all you need to know about this airplane. Okay, 14.2, we can make the turn. Put her in flight change mode here in a second. And then we're gonna go. Torb, good to see you, buddy. Elfroy Views, welcome aboard. Okay, there's 14.2, start to turn. And actually, we'll keep the speed coming up because we're way above 10,000 already. So we can get that speed going to call it 280 for the climb. Hopefully, we don't need anti-ice. I didn't think about that. Let's turn it on. Just preemptively turn the anti-ice on.
Center United 5713, just to confirm, we cross currently at flight level 140 right?
United 5713, a
1,000 to go.
Kremling at a maintain 14,000.
Okay, maintain 14,000.
Retard.
That didn't work! Wait! Hang on. Why didn't that work? Ian found it. When it works. Alright, we're gonna go. We'll do some troubleshooting in a second. It worked on the second one. Why didn't it work on the first one? Denver.com 717-17000.
Stockholm 717, Denver Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 410, consider Blue Mesa.
Flight level 410, direct Blue Mesa, .com 717. Why did it only work for the second one? It was supposed to do it for both. Dallas, good to see you, man. How you doing, buddy?
Retard.
I guess we're gonna find out why.
Climbing through transition altitude.
Ian, thanks for gifting the subs. This you're not found. Thanks for gifting the subs. I don't understand why it's not working quite right. Troubleshooting to be done, I suppose. It seems like the first one it does it normally, and then the rest of them it does it like not normally, or the way that it's supposed to. Well, you know what? That's okay too. Ian at 404, thanks guys, I appreciate it.
Retard.
Cheers.
Retard.
Oh, that's weird. Like it randomly picks which one it wants to do. All right, well, we're gonna figure that out here in a second. Let's see. After takeoff, actually, we can take the anti-ice off now. Make sure we get some of that performance. That weight loss.
Southwest 229, temperature center.
Oh, jeez. All right. Lights. Set. All right, we're good to go, right? Yeah, we're climbing.
380, contact Salt Lake City Center. 1.
This is an F&O. Yes, it is. It's funny every time.
Retard.
I know.
Retard.
It's supposed to do it every time, though.
27, you're not 380. Surf control over there.
Here, help me set this up.
20, are you back yet?
Retard. Retard. Retard.
Oh, whoops. That was the wrong. Whoop. That was the wrong one.
Contact Aviation Center 127.85. Good day.
275, sir.
Open alert variations. When a subscription is gifted, this is supposed to take precedence every single time.
United 351 negative.
Oh.
Retard. Retard. Retard.
Redwood 587, contact Salt Lake City Center 120.27.
Rarely, no, very free. Every single time. You're supposed to use the variation every time.
United 5713 at Kremlin, cleared the LDA, runway 25, approach and Eagle.
I think I fixed it. What a subscription is a gift.
United 5713 at Kremlin, cleared LDA, runway 25, approach.
Oh.
Cleared.
I see.
LTA at Kremlin for United 57.
There we go. I fixed it. Mostly. I can't take the stream seriously anymore. Yeah, it's only for gifts. I feel slightly seriously to take it. I feel slightly foolish taking it seriously at all, right? Jay Barrett, good to see you, man. KBF Aviator, welcome aboard. And it's funny every single time.
Center QB
Hang on.
580 coming up on 230. WestJet
Oh, that's the wrong
580,
one.
Denver Center, good evening, climb and maintain.
There we go.
390. 390, WestJet 580. For 33 Mike, contact Minneapolis Center 133.4.
Immersion 2020, indeed. Hey, we're at transition altitude, right? Let's climb at Mach 0.74. How do we go to Mach mode? Right there. Doc's good to see you, man. How you doing, buddy? Rob, thanks for the gifted subs, man.
Denver Center.
Cheers, buddy. It's never going to get old. Not once.
Dynasty 5880, Denver Center, roger, good evening. Denver,
It's a good variation space, Dandy. Looking pretty dapper myself, I say. Cosmic, how you doing, man?
We get 17 right, if it's okay. If it's not too much water.
I couldn't understand what the sound was saying. 404 will link you to the YouTube video, or Anthrax will.
Perfect, I'm good.
Stan, just how you doing, man? Good to see you, Stan. Happy Friday the 13th.
Denver Center, TBM 112
Retard.
Tango.
Retard. Retard.
So, it's not going to do it for every one of them. It's supposed to do it for every one of them.
11 Sierra Tango, release for departure, clearing forward if not
It's kind of annoying, actually.
Time now 0002 Zulu. Call me airborne, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. 10 Tango.
There goes Anthrax.
Retard. Retard.
No.
Retard.
This is important. User gifted at least one sub at once. Okay, here we go.
Everything at 45 megabytes bars here.
Oh, I see. No, that's not what we want. I guess we have to deal with that. There's a bit of randomness to it.
Unit 45 Denver Center, roger, on request.
If I duplicate it a bunch of times, it's going to get picked up more often, right?
Retard.
Center terminal. 420.
Denver Center, Southwest 2276, with you.
Dude, they're killing me here.
2276, Denver Center, good evening. Climb and maintain.
Reach on. Reach on. Reach on.
Maintain 350, Southwest 227.
No. Oh, is it because I'm editing it? Might be because I was editing it.
Center Terminal 420.
You win the
Can we
Boston
step away
girl.
for a few minutes?
Ryan 67, good to see you, man.
Terminal
Oh, jeez.
420, that's approved. Just be back in 5 minutes or less.
Oh,
Reach
yeah.
on.
No!
Reach on.
We'll
Reach
be back
on.
in 5 minutes or less. Terminal 420.
Dude, I'm like Streamlabs is actually on its way out. I'm kind of done with Streamlabs. It's stuff like this where it's like, why the hell?
Reach on.
Why is this not
Reach
working the way that it's
on.
supposed
Reach
to?
on.
Flying flight level 370. Connie 3150.
Oh, it's
Denver
default,
Center,
maybe?
Good evening.
Oh yeah.
United 351, contact Mini
You're
Air
right.
Force
Okay,
Center,
somebody mentioned it's default. That might be the one to do.
1334.
There we go. yeah, I got you. Well, it defaulted to like not like it defaulted to infrequently, and that's wrong. All right, we fixed it. Thanks, man. 2 Bravo Mike, how you doing, buddy? Hello from Hunkered Down Europe. This is the best antidote. I agree with that. Hello from Hunkered Down Boston. Assign the same sounds to all the points of interest. Well, I can't do it all. I just wanted to do GIFs. Thank you again, Rob. Appreciate it. Thank you again, Disney Founder. Thanks, Ian, as well. Appreciate it, guys. We had our laugh for the night. So yeah, we're flying around in the Challenger 300 tonight. I forgot to do direct. He didn't call me out on it either.
KLM 66 Charlie, contact Denver Center 135.6. They have your request for the diversion.
5.6 KLM 66 Charlie.
WestJet 580, contact Denver Center 135.6.
Alex Platos, good to see it.
580, thanks. Southwest 229, Denver Center 135.6.
Well, let me put my tail between my legs here. We'll call Denver Center and fess up that screwed up here.
Wind 220 at 21.
Anthrax, thanks for getting the subs as well, man. Appreciate it, buddy.
Runway 25 clear to land for United 5732.
Cheers, man. DenverCenter.com 717. First officer screwed up, and we forgot to go direct Blue Mesa. Can we get direct Pueblo by chance?
.com 717, affirmative, proceed to Pueblo.
Direct Pueblo.com 717. Sorry about that, buddy.
No worries.
Not in database? No, it is. It's literally right there.
Reach on. Reach on. Reach on.
Denver Center, TBM 112 Tango, 17,000.
And the nav has to be put onto the FMS. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. No.
For 110
There it
Tango,
goes.
check your squawk code. Make sure you're squawking 1472.
Do Bravo, Mike. Thanks for 9 months, man. Cheers, buddy. Gotta blame the FO, dude.
1472, 10 Tango.
Certainly wasn't the captain's fault who was messing around with sub alerts.
Reach on. Reach on. Reach on.
Nope, not at all. Not at all the captain's fault. All right. Cool. Maximilian was having trouble with the Streamlabs app when he handed the stream over to his wife. She was playing Ori on Tuesday. Subs and bits would not display on his device. He was getting frustrated. That sucks, man.
Flight level 270,
Yeah,
10
people,
Tango.
like a lot of people use that Streamlabs OBS, and I think that thing is kind of a piece of crap. I have looked into it, and I'm not
Denver
entirely...
Center, could you possibly vector us to the south because we're getting too much traffic from the winds?
Too much traffic? Yeah, the Streamlabs OBS, like, I don't know why people use that.
Weather.
I haven't seen I haven't seen a good use case for it. So I just use regular old OBS here, man. There you go. But then I have like the Streamlabs alerts up on the right side over here,
We got vectors to the south.
and yeah, obviously the alerts popping up on the screen and whatnot.
For 1-1 Sierra Tango,
But I'm gonna replace.
diversions left and right, of course.
I want to replace all of that as
are
soon as
approved.
possible.
When able, proceed direct
I
right.
hate slobs. Yeah, and it's a dumb name, man. And I think there's some animosity there with Streamlabs sort of forking that and then releasing it as they did. It was kind of a poopy thing to do, I think. And like, dude, direct Pueblo, go. There we go. Find it eventually. Traffic increasing, holds incoming.
United 45,
I'm not afraid of a hold.
ready to copy. Start to the delay.
Can I? Does this thing do holds? Oh yeah, we can program a hold off this thing, no problem. Ooh. It's a squeaker?
United 45, clearance available. Advise ready to copy.
Ready, copy.
United 45, go ahead. United 45, clear to the Kansas City Airport. 8 burst 2 departure, Roubaix transition, then as
Justin and L, good to see you, man.
Via SID, expect flight level
It'll do holds
35,
quite nicely.
0,
Fantastic.
departure.
Good to know, because we might need that tonight.
1447.
Oh, there's 41,000. Let's bring the props back. Props. Let's bring the power back to cruise here.
1447, United 45. United 45, squawk read back correct.
All right, I think that should keep us out of the red line. This plane doesn't have an auto throttle, so speed management can be tricky sometimes, because it likes to overspeed.
27, flight level 340.
But at 41,000 feet, I don't think we're going to have any issues with that. If you're going to offer a handhold version, don't remove the deeper features. Streamlabs OPF nerfed it too much, or is nerfed too much. Yeah, like I said, I've never used it. Like I learned OBS. I know OBS. OBS works fantastic for me, so I haven't seen a good use case for Streamlabs. There we go. Do that for a little bit. Very pretty. And we're taking the scenic route too, so it's even prettier. Going about I don't know, it's like probably 20 miles off course. Yeah, pretty close to it. No, actually closer to 50 miles off course. Yeah. Yep. Just making sure we take our time. Don't watch Twitch, Simfly, and VATSIM do a conference call at the same time. Why are you in a conference call on Friday night, man? Did you guys get everything worked out, Anthrax? Iowa Scotsman, good to see. I went to Stream Elements for the alerts, or do they have their own OBS thing too?
Overspeed.
Yeah, see what I tell you.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
All right, here comes the fun part.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Let's find that sweet spot in the thrust.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
First is finding the sweet spot to get us to slow down a little bit here.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
All right, let's bring the speed back.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Dealing with special tasks that require urgency. I see. Rendezvous Destiny, good to see you. We're in the Challenger 300, yes. Love this airplane. She's a beaut.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Even though I've got, some issues with
Retard, retard, retard.
Wrecked in Effect, thanks for 10 months, my friend. I appreciate that. Cheers, buddy.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
XOZ, good to see you. Aviation 24, welcome aboard.
Overspeed.
There we go. Let's see if we can push this to 85%. That'll give us decent speed, maybe. So it has this Mach hold feature, but it doesn't, the Mach hold feature doesn't work very well. It's like I'll turn Mach hold on. It'll say Mach hold. It's going to mess around with, it's going to futz around with the throttles a little bit.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Yeah. Actually, let's tell you what, let's take it out of Mach hold. Maybe it'll work at this altitude. I've definitely had issues with it. Like it sits there and like jams the throttle up and down. So let's try pulling the speed back here. We'll get it back to 0.80.
Retard, retard.
Cosmic,
retard.
thanks for 12 months, man. I appreciate it, buddy. Cheers. What do you know? 1 year anniversary as you're flying my favorite airplane. Stay safe in these weird days. Dude, it is very weird days.
Center Terminal 420.
Kevin Lister, good to see you, my friend. How you doing tonight, Kevin? Happy Friday. Have they closed up shop up in New Hampshire? The Slick one, good to see you. Rodney with Destiny, good to see you. We're getting the speed back, don't worry.
25, Terminal 420, thanks.
It's going to be about the spot. How about if I do mock hold now? Will mock hold work? All right, mock hold's green. So mock hold gets like limited control over the throttles. It's like 6% or something. And as soon as it like knocks itself out of 6%, then you're going to see mock hold turn gray. Right there, just went gray. That's where it's like, all right, we're done. That's it, no more. So you have to like find the spot where you stop accelerating, hold that power setting, and then hit mock hold. And then if you're lucky, the airplane will actually hold mock. I've never really gotten that to work at all for more than about 30 seconds. So we're not going to bother with it. You can enable the auto throttle via hotkey or a side button. You could do that. Post-apocalyptic stores all over Montreal. Yeah, it's the same thing down here, man. People go nuts. My wife's on threads with a bunch of people.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Last aircraft following.
My wife's on threads with a bunch of people who are just absolutely freaking out.
Which one? Making sure you're alive.
He's there.
Denver, FedEx Force, and Heavy.
Yeah. Pinkerton just went remote, leaning for 2 weeks. Work wants people to work from home and only come in if necessary. That's pretty much the case everywhere. Yeah, I think it's a good thing though. I'm hoping that a lot of companies come out of this learning that remote work is not the boogeyman, and it's something that can be used and make employees happy and whatever else. Like, I don't know. I think remote work is a good thing for at least most tech employees. Obviously, there's people in industries where that's not going to work, but very hard to remote work when your work is in a courthouse. Yeah, well, that's different. Like, there's obviously plenty of roles out there that cannot be done from home. But like for those of us that are, for better or worse, in the tech industry, like remote work is. I mean, I've been remote permanently since July. I get a little stir crazy up here, especially like this winter's been a little rough. As we're coming to the end of that, this week I think I went on like 6 walks outside as the weather's gotten a little nicer, just because I'm so stir crazy right now. Buddy says all the stores are sold out of freezers and toilet paper. Why freezers? Like freezers, like you put stuff in to keep it frozen? That's kind of strange. I guess for holding all the all the perishable food they got. The toilet paper one I've heard, like the toilet paper is nuts. Doctors be working from home right now.
Delta 419, contact.
There's probably some cases where doctors could work remotely and still be okay, but yeah, obviously that's one of those service industry things. That, food service, kind of all that crap too. I feel real bad for people in the aviation world because the aviation world's gonna be in real bad way here the next few months. However, if you have any inclination to go take a trip somewhere, right now is a really good time to buy plane tickets. A lot of the U.S. carriers are offering no cancellation fees and whatnot for flights booked this month for travel in like 2020. So there are some phenomenal deals to be had out there. Put it that way. I am considering. So I was going to drive back for a wedding around the 4th of July to Indiana. And I just priced out tickets today, and they were $380 to fly through American, plus then a car rental on top of that. I'm like, that's kind of tempting to save myself a 15-hour or 16-hour drive. Rob says remote's not an option for him either. What do you do, Rob? Obviously, you're a woodworker by night, but what do you do by day? Great time to have a PPL IR and own a plane. Yeah, no kidding. They throw in the coronavirus at no additional cost. Yeah. Well, there's nobody on the airplanes, and they've got brand new disinfecting policies in place and procedures through this whole thing. Law enforcement. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you can't go remote with that. Tanner, man, good to see you. Dude, how much is the Vegas flight now? I'm curious. What could we get to Vegas for from Boston? So, Las Vegas. Flight Sim Expo time, which is let's see, Friday through Monday. Because when I checked these flights, when I booked my Vegas flights, it was like $700.
Traffic.
757 Spy, thank you for the host, my friend. Hello, everybody from 757 Spy's channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Cheers, my friend. Happy Friday. So yeah, we could get a blue ticket in a bag. Oh no, that's the one way. Sorry. So 151. Actually, is this the right one?
Retard.
Yeah, so that's my flight right there, that one. But we could do 151. I can go earlier. And then coming back, I want this this flight right here, 151. So yeah, I could do round trip to Vegas right now for $300 plus an extra $60 for, you know, probably an extra $150 for bags and even more space and all that stuff through JetBlue. So for 450, I was. Okay, that guy's just being dumb. It was like $700, $800, I think, for this flight round trip when I was booking it like 3 months ago. Like, it was insane. And now just flights are just absolutely through the floor. GT Boy, thanks for 11 months, my friend. Appreciate that. Cheers. New disinfecting policies are policies that should have been used all the time. I agree. Like, what were you guys doing before, right? GT Boy, happy Friday. Thank you very much, man. Gary C, welcome aboard. Tuba Flight, happy Friday. Hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, like flights are so cheap right now. Even like to the Fort Wayne flight, the one that was $380 or whatever that I priced out today, that was even running like $700-800. Which is why I was just gonna drive. I'm like, I'm not gonna spend $800 to go back to Fort Wayne, Indiana, when I can just drive there in 16 hours. Because I don't really save a lot of time. It takes about 8 to 9 hours to get there. Actually closer to 10 hours to do the full trip when I'm flying, because it's a drive to the airport, waits, a flight, a connection, and then another flight, and then a drive and all that stuff. And it's like, just for another 5 or 6 hours, I could just drive there and have my car. But yeah, it's pretty wild, man. Already good to see it. Hope you're doing well. 757 Spy, if you're still here, man, how was the flight today? What did you guys do? What'd you fly? Where'd you go? Massachusetts to Indiana, how long would your entire flight in the Cherokee be? So when I flew it last year, coming back from Indianapolis, it was 6.5 hours, I think. Oh. What was it? I can check my log. I'll check my logbook here. I can tell you exactly what I logged coming back. I-80KBVY, 6.5 on the Hobbs. So this was the flight coming back, 6.5 on the Hobbs. That included a half an hour where I took somebody up joyriding before I left India 80. So yeah, I mean, I stopped in Anderson, Indiana. So I took off out of a grass strip. I stopped in Anderson, Indiana for fuel, and then continued off. So if I left from Fort Wayne, which is where I'm going in July, it might be like even a half an hour, 40 minutes shorter. So I'd say probably 5.5 to 6 hours is about what it would take to get back. To get out there, it would probably take, 6 to 7 hours, I think. So it ends up being about 13 or 14 hours round trip, and cost-wise, that's probably $1,500. Would be a conservative estimate. Realistic estimate is probably closer to like $1,700-1,800 to fly myself out. It'll be something that I do eventually when my daughter's old enough to be able to sit that long. And like, eventually there comes a point where it starts to make sense financially to fly the three of us somewhere as opposed to flying commercially, because it's like not too far off. But right now it definitely is not the case. What would be, so I was, let's see, 5.1 hours Beverly to Pittsburgh, and then 3.3 hours Pittsburgh to Lafayette, Indiana. So that was 8.4 hours with 2 stops to get to Lafayette, Indiana. So take an hour off. Take about an hour off of that or so. So about 7 to 7.5 hours to get out to the Fort Wayne, Indianapolis area. Yeah, it's really not that bad. Like, honestly, that 6.5 hours it's quick. Like, it was fine. I was definitely tired by the end of it, but
717, contact Denver Center 135.6. We'll see you then.
35.6. We'll see you later, Harry. .com 717. 35.6.
Retard. Retard.
MJ Smith,
Retard.
thanks for 3 months. Appreciate that, man. Cheers, buddy. SR-22, yeah, you do the whole thing. We did White Plains to South Bend, Indiana. I think we did in about 5 hours in Max's 22. Coming back, we almost made it one shot. We had to stop and pee. Coming back, we probably could have done it in about 3.5, 4 hours. So yeah, SR-22, you'd be all over the place in that thing. Denver Center, hello, .com 717 50410.
.com 717, Denver Center, welcome aboard.
It's good to see you. Happy Friday. Glad side 2. How you doing, Charlie? Good to see you, man. I bet you dehydrated yourself before the flight. Dude, I drank so much water on that flight, man. Yeah, like I know that. So I had. So these are the water. This is the water bottle. This is my flight. Actually, my flight bag's right down here. This is my water bottle I take on the flight. It's Kennedy Space Center. Max thinks it's super dumb and nerdy. I love it. For that flight, I carried 3 of these that I had full at all. That I had, well, not at all times, obviously, but that I filled up for each leg. And I drank usually at least 2 of these things while I was in the air doing a 2 to 3 hour leg. I was drinking a ton of water. Not so much that I was having urination problems, but you dry out pretty quickly when you're up there. Because it's under, yeah, lower humidity and cooler and all that stuff.
310.
I'm not mooning the camera, am I? Just a funnel in a bottle. No, I stopped every 3 hours or so. I know the limits of my own bladder from many road trips over the years. Usually on road trips, I've got about 2 to 2.5 hours in me before I stop. I think my wife and I, the rule is about 150 miles or so is about when we have to make our stops. Nice plumber's license. Yeah, you like that? Yachts forever. Good to see you, man. Flying Atlanta to Honolulu in the A330. How are you doing? I'm doing very well, buddy. It's good to have you here. We're flying this thing. This is the Challenger 300. We're flying that over to Kansas City tonight for the F&O. About 50 minutes or so out. I suspect that once we get knocked over to the other frequency, it's going to get pretty chaotic. And, yeah, should be a good time. I've done an emergency diversion for a buddy with a full bladder.
Contact Kansas City on 120.72. Good day.
Yeah, I was one of the cross-country trips I did with Max. We were coming back, and John Fly was there as well. And we were going to do direct South Bend to White Plains. We got to about western Pennsylvania and decided that we needed to divert because all 3 of us had to pee. ATC knew what was going on. I'm like, yeah, we'll see in a few minutes. You'll see me on the second leg. All good, dude. Too much going on right now. T-Craft, good to see you. Guards Menashe, welcome. Or Guards Menashe. Hello from Boston. It's good to see you. It's bad, but I dehydrate myself on the plane working, so I pee less when I'm on rest. Yeah, I get that. At least you got a bathroom you can go to, Saldino. That's the only problem when you're in GA is like there ain't nothing. So you gotta catch it before it becomes a problem. Or you gotta catch it before it becomes a problem, pretty much. There's no ors to it. My father works for a company that owns about 4 Gulfstreams that I have had the chance to board and sit in the cockpit and talk to the pilot for an hour. That's cool, man. You haven't gotten to go for a ride in the Gulfstreams yet, have you? And do you know what kind of Gulfstreams they are? Gulfstreams are pretty sweet, man. I've never been inside a real Gulfstream. I've been inside a testing Gulfstream, like a testing facility for Gulfstream, but I've never been inside a real one. Pretty sweet, though. Scuba diving with a 45-minute decompression stop and a dry suit is not fun when you need to go. Oh, no, that would suck, Kevin. Holy crap. At some point, you're just like, you just want to cut your dry suit and just take care of it, right? Wrecked in effect, good to see you, man. Thought I heard the baby. Blake Gibson, good to see you. My dad flies for NetJets. What's he fly?
Overspeed.
Really?
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Okay, so
Overspeed.
82 is the number, I guess.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Let's
Overspeed.
bring it back. So 83 was too much. 82 seems to be the sweet spot today.
Overspeed.
Oh,
Overspeed.
okay.
Overspeed.
All right, let's do 81.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
82 was the sweet spot, not anymore. I guess the temp's changing. Drew Simulator Wick, good to see you, man. Our school's canceled 2 weeks at a minimum. Bergen County, New Jersey. Yeah, I think that's the case in most places. I think they just canceled our local schools for 2 weeks. I was given an opportunity to sit at the flight deck with a pilot on a Challenger 350. We talked systems and messed around with the ECL for a good 2 hours. That's fantastic, dude. Did you get to take some pictures while you were at it?
I forgot your call sign. Who's Papa Sierra Victor 798?
Dad takes them all the time for trips. Only other people working for the company that are allowed to fly in the jets are CEO's kids, of course.
For Power 798.
Citation latitude. That's a big.
That's right.
That's a
Power
big
798,
plane.
You can contact Minneapolis on 133.4. Good day.
All right, Minneapolis 3340. Good day, boss. Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good sized jet. Or is it? Wait, hang on. Which one is that? Is it like the? Is it CJ3 sized? No, it's 9. I guess it's not that big. It's only 9 people. Huh. That's a cool plane though. Like the Citations are beautiful planes. I'm thinking of the longitude. Okay, you're right. So what's the advantage of the what's the latitude selling point? G450s. Yeah. I have sat in one Gulfstream. We went down and we visited Hawaiian Hippie down in the Washington D.C. area, and he took us on a tour of Air Force 2. And after we did our tour of Air Force 2, he took us on to also then one of the Gulfstreams that are used for executive transport. So that I did get to sit on that plane for a good 20 minutes or so, just kind of shoot the breeze. That plane was surprisingly dumpy, as was Air Force 2. You could tell that that's not where the budget went. Flash 23, good to see you, Craig. Our district just came out and said we will not be closing until the state tells us to. Oh, jeez, man. Every other town is closed. That's crazy, man. Pull a pic of it on the screen. Which plane, Drew? The 450 or the Latitude?
Overspeed.
Been in lots of
Overspeed.
private jets at Osh. That doesn't
Overspeed.
count.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Okay.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Bring her back to 79.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Citation,
Overspeed.
Latitude.
Overspeed.
There you go.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Bandit for Center Southwest 185 is climbing through 180 for 230.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
The winds are
Southwest
changing. I think the temps are
2085.
changing too, so
Overspeed.
causing the speeds to change up a little bit.
Overspeed.
Uh,
Sorry about that. Southwest
What's your
2085,
latitude?
Denver Center climbing
Flying out of
level
Daytona.
370.
Overspeed.
It's a good looking plane though.
Climbing 370, Southwest 185.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Yeah, she all right.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Oh, come on. I got it. Yeah, I get it. Overspeed. Right. I know.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Just slow down. Trying to find that sweet spot there where I'm getting the most out of the get up and go without overspeeding the damn thing because the weather keeps changing. My district is closed indefinitely beginning of Monday. Yeah, I know it's like spring break is happening a lot of places. Like I've heard of some colleges extending spring break by a week while they try to figure out what the hell to do. That's chaos, man. It's crazy. Like there's so much weird stuff happening. It's a good thing that it's happening in a time now where we did like remote work and remote learning is a possibility, as opposed to like 10 years ago where this would have been a disaster 10 years ago, like a bigger disaster than it is today. I'll put it that way. Ernie Bach Jr. is a citation longitude at OWD. I think I've seen that plane. He's got a helicopter there too, if I recall. A longitude's a big plane to take into Norwood, man. Oh, good sir. Might it be that you're perhaps a touch over the maximum speed limit of this airplane? That's the plane that I've personally been on. Ooh. the Gulfstreams look so good, man. They sit up nice and high. They look like real ass airplanes. That's a good looking plane. You get the big oval windows there. Yeah. People using Discord for remote learning. I think so too, yeah. I think there's actually some cases where that's being done. Like, it makes sense. You know, I can share my screen through Discord. I can have a group of, you know, up to, I think now they extended the limit. I think you can have 100 people now in a screen sharing session for Discord or a streaming session. So, like, there's definitely some great possibilities there. You know, you can do stuff with Slack as well. Discord has kind of just been engineered more for this kind of stuff. We need a quality Gulfstream and X-Men. It's not going to happen. If anybody, like, there's a freeware Gulfstream that exists, but if anybody tries to release a payware Gulfstream, they're just going to get shut down. Gulfstream is pretty protective of their IP, and they will not stand for anybody making money off of their planes. So, unfortunately, you will never see a quality Gulfstream in the sim unless Gulfstream themselves decide to put something out or license something, which I don't think will happen. Like, they've got a big, their marketing team is big on the image, like the perception of Gulfstream. When we did a tour of the factory and whatnot, they wouldn't let us take any pictures inside. Not because we were seeing anything that was like classified or top secret or this or that. They did not want the public, they did not want to ruin the company's perception of being like an exclusive rich person's only thing by having plebs taking pictures inside a Gulfstream factory when these things cost, you know, tens of millions of dollars or more to purchase. So yeah, they wouldn't let us take any pictures, which really sucked.
.com 717, contact Kansas City on 120.72. Good day.
2072.com 717. We'll see you. Here comes the chaos. So yeah, you'll never see it. You'll never see a good sim.
Kansas City Center Southwest, or excuse me, Cactus 690. Mind if we step away for about 2 minutes?
We got your Cactus stepping away right now.
Alright, we'll call.
Kansas City Low.com 717, flight 410.
.com 717, Kansas City Center,
Roger. Roger. They do have some nice planes, been on a few 550s.
510, traffic.
Yeah, they're pretty.
2 miles, southeastbound, 1,000 feet above you, heavy Boeing.
Is it okay to ask a basic tech question regarding FPS? Absolutely, man. You can ask any questions you want. There are no stupid questions. Remote learning is a scam. Did it, and it's not the way for me. That's Justice. That's certainly a valid point to have, and I think for some people it's not going to work. For myself, man, it would be perfect. I would prefer to do things remote as much as possible. Like, there's not much of a reason for me to go sit in a. So the university I went to, a lot of the lectures I sat through had like 450 or more people in them. And a lecture hall that size, like, you may as well just be watching it online because it's pretty much the same damn thing. Like, sure, you could raise a hand and ask a question, but I could type a text message and ask a question. That'd be the same thing.
2772, good night, 1035.
In my opinion, the Global looks so much better than the Gulfstream. There's a Global based out of Beverly, out of my home airport. The guy's got a Global and he's got a Citation as well. Like, the Citation for the small trips and the Global for the big ones. That Global, man, on a 5,500-foot runway, that thing freaking screams off that runway. Like, it lands and the reversers kick on, and it is just like, ooh, you know, they're working to get that sucker slowed. I never went to class anyway. Yeah, there's some truth to that. I'm finding slower FPS and X-Plane. My sliders are medium across the board, running an Intel 8700, NVIDIA RTX 2070, 2 Samsung 32-inch curved monitors. What's the resolution on the monitors? Are they 1080 or are they 4K? If you're running 4K, I can understand why you might have some issues. Like, even my sliders are not...
Okay, actually, you were on the Lear side over there then?
Even my sliders are not maxed out. Like, my sliders are mostly sitting in the medium to high medium range. And I'm on an RTX 2080 Ti.
Okay. Would you like one? I'll give you one left then.
That being said, it depends on where I'm at. It depends on what I'm flying through. If I'm flying, like, if we were to go flying these clouds, the frame rate would tank, man. So, like, you're never going to see a solid 60.
Runway 14 Delta and advise holding short of 1 left full length.
Pods of character comes to BW often. Fantastic.
1 left. We'll go Lima, Charlie, Delta.
Globals are gigantic. They're humongous, dude.
And
Ex-FBI I used to work for had 2 G150s and a G200. Nice. My university had huge classes for law students. I did a history. There were 15 of us. You went to law school, Saldino? What changed? If you went to law school, what changed your mind? I'm not saying you made a bad decision, because I think you made a right decision, but what changed your mind? 3.2 is a slow clock speed. Next plane requires good single core performance. That's a good point too, Ian. Yeah. Yeah, 3.2 gigahertz is not very fast for this sim. You can ask questions. I went to university, but I couldn't ask anything. Right? Yeah. I mean, I never bothered to ask anything because the lectures were typically pointless. Like all the material was in the handouts. All the material was online, and the recitations were always the more interesting and more useful thing than the freaking lectures were. Just, you know, let me give me the recorded lecture and I'll deal with the rest. Started the process of getting my PPL, taking a few introductory flights, have a bit motion sickness, I guess, feel a bit nauseous after starting halfway through the flight. I don't feel good, but I can hold it until landing, where for whatever reason my body's decided to throw up both times. I need tips to not throw up. I've only been on 2 flights in these small planes. Last flight I was on was with a student pilot that was doing 6-degree banks. So it's a lot easier when you are flying yourself, like when you're actually in control. If you're going out with somebody else doing steep turns, like that's a recipe for getting sick. But you know, if you're going up by yourself and you find yourself getting nauseous or sick, a lot of it's going to be due to nerves. So, you know, eat something before you go up, even if it's like eat a granola bar before you go up. Have a glass of water or something. Make sure there's something in your stomach that's just kind of holding it there. And you know, eventually you're going to get used to it. The first few times I went up, I definitely got a little queasy. It still happens occasionally, depending on who I'm flying with and what the circumstances are. So, over time, you'll probably get used to it, and you'll probably sort of like grow out of it. I used to like my first probably dozen or so lessons. I'll do a lot of them in the mornings. And I'd have a headache when I later in the day because like I was so sort of stressed out and exhausted and tired and dehydrated, like had all these senses just sort of hitting me at once. Definitely was struggling a bit with that. So if you're in control, it's different, and it should go away over time. But yeah, going out while somebody else is doing steep turns is not going to end well for you. I would never take a passenger out doing steep turns or air work of that kind unless they knew exactly what they were getting themselves into. I did history. Oh, okay. Did it go from the law facility? Gotcha. Okay. He has a soul. Yes. I wasn't going to say anything. Most lawyers will tell you the early years is less LA law and more Hunger Games. Yeah, I think it's a pretty saturated market, isn't it, for lawyers nowadays? What clock speed should I look for in a new CPU? As much as you can get. If you want to go AMD, get anything better than a 3700X, and if you want to go Intel, try to get an i7 or better. The i9 if you can swing it. Yeah, clock speed is incredibly important for sims right now. Whether it'll be that way in the future, we don't know. That might change with the new sim. That is yet to be determined. But clock speed right now is the most important thing you get for your sim. IF under the hood got me queasy. Yeah, I actually so I got motion sickness during my IFR check ride. My DPE actually took the controls for a few minutes, so I could sort of take a moment. And this is the middle of January. It was absolutely freezing outside. I had to turn on the air vent, pointed at my face, and just kind of like let that sort of wash away because it was super, super bumpy. I was really, really nervous about the whole thing, which I shouldn't have been, but I was. And just like it was just kind of off my game. So, but once I kind of got through it, like it wasn't a big deal. Like it was fine. And for my flight home, it was all right. Like I was still a little bit on the queasy side, but it wasn't anything too bad. But yeah, it's like if you're in a situation where you're finding yourself getting a little bit queasy, take some breaths, find a spot, focus on a spot in the cockpit or focus on a spot outside, and do whatever you can to keep yourself from, you know, turning. Like if the plane's going to turn, don't try to lean yourself and keep yourself aligned straight. You know, let your body turn with the airplane. If you're going to make a right turn, just let your body sit down and turn with that airplane. If you try to lean yourself and change your orientation every time the plane turns, you're going to get sick. Like you're disconnecting now your what you feel in your ears from what you see in your eyes, and that's just going to get you sick.
South 2276, descend and maintain.
Anthrax says reminds me when he started training. That's the same idea, man.
Descend and maintain 340 or 240 Southwest 2276.
Depends on the field of expertise, says Justice NL. Are you a lawyer, Justice? Or are you in the law, like in the know with the law stuff? Anthrax says when I get queasy, I let out a big fart and I'm balanced again. Well then, I'm sure your instructor really appreciates that.
Kansas City Center, 9 Delta Whiskey is ready to go.
Man.
1 left in Wichita.
9 Delta Whiskey, flight we're heading.
Mr. Chow, good to see you, man. How you doing, buddy?
1 left, clear for takeoff.
Thank you. That's kind of what I was thinking. The flight with the student was in the back seat, and it was 15-mile-per-hour winds because it was at Daytona Beach. Looking for Embry-Riddle, if you know that college. I know Embry-Riddle, yeah.
127.72.
Yeah, so if you're sitting in the back in Florida and it's windy out, it's probably also quite warm. Like, that's just a recipe for going to get tossed. And that's the thing, too, is that a newer pilot is not going to have the kind of feel to be smooth on the controls. There's going to be a lot of jerkiness, not just back and forth or up and down, but also in terms of yaw. Because every time they turn that aileron left or right, that plane's going to want to yaw left or right as well. And if they don't counteract that with the right amount of rudder pedal, which is going to be tough to do if you're constantly like, you know, doing all this, then now you're basically moving on 3 axes, and then you're screwed. Like you are so screwed if that happens. Especially if you have any semblance of air sickness. But I think, like I said, I think the best thing that worked for me was to make sure I had a granola bar before I went up. Like I always had just a little something in my stomach, not too much. I'd eat a small breakfast, I'd eat a granola bar, and then I go flying, and I was usually okay. Not a lawyer, but I studied law. Gotcha. I studied law and game design. It's a very interesting combination. What do you do now, Justice? I watch Better Call Saul and Law and Order. I'm basically a legal expert. Do I love Better Call Saul? It's such a good show. How are we looking on the traffic here? A lot of people coming in from Minneapolis. A lot of people coming in from Dallas-Fort Worth, it looks like. Damn, that's a lot of airplanes. So we are right here, actually. Now we're over here. So we're going to get into this arrival stream somehow. I might actually miss a lot of the traffic coming in. Like, these guys are all going to be in by the time I get there.
Fort Worth Center 135.17.
We'll see what happens.
135.17 Southwest.
What clock speeds do you recommend for X-Plane, says T-Craft? The fastest that you can get, man. In the AMD world, get a 3700X or better. In the Intel world, try to get yourself at least a modern i7 or i9. The i9, 10, whatever is like the best thing that you can buy on the Intel side of things. But the more gigahertz you can get, the better. I would say anything over like 4.5 or 4.6 will get you will get you good performance. Anything 4 to 4.5 will get you decent performance. Below 4.0, yeah, you're gonna have to start making some concessions. So the first thing I would turn down would be the number of world objects, because that's gonna bludgeon your GPU as well as your CPU.
Southwest 161 appears you're descending. Maintain for level 2900.
It appears you're descending. That was my plan for the next flight. Grab something to eat. Yep. Small bottle of water. Yep. That's what works for me, man. A little bit of water too. Just kind of have something a little bit to drink, and you should be okay. Too bad my wife surprised me with this new PC for Christmas, thinking she did well. She probably did. It sounds like she did fine, dude. So here's the thing, T-Craft. She did fantastic for everything that's not X-Plane or FSX. In fact, that i7 8700, you can probably overclock that thing and get a bit more out of it. And I missed the answer. Are you running 4K or no? They're 1080p monitors. Okay, never mind. I didn't miss that. So that's a bonus right there. I would say that when the new sim comes out, you're gonna be just fine. Okay, when the new sim comes out, you're gonna be just fine. So that should be some consolation for you. But in the meantime, turn your rolled objects down, turn your special effects down, and you should be in better shape. Like X-Plane just dogs, man. Especially like there's some airplanes that you run that just run like absolute poo.
Clear direct Kyler, 9 Delta Whiskey.
But no, the PC that you have is honestly very, very good for everything else. I just hate the fact that our sims run so poorly. One left. The plan. All right, so we're flying over some schmoo here.
Southwest 161, Kansas City Center.
Southwest 161, wake up, my friends. The new sim, yes, MSFS, yes sir. Crossman, good to see you. Immersion 2020 is that Vulkan thing I've been hearing about. Vulkan's going to help. Vulkan's going to be an update for X-Plane 11 using a different rendering API. It's more modern. It's going to improve. It's going to improve frames. It sounds like about 10 to 20% for NVIDIA folks, which is not going to be earth-shattering or anything. It's not going to be the earth-shattering improvement of frames that people think it's going to be. Put it that way. But yeah. Everyone is going to be just fine with a new sim. If you can fly an X-Plane 11 on low to medium, you're going to be able to play with a new sim, no issue. Yep. Yeah, that seems to be where we're headed. Do we think Vulcan will have longevity and success? Will it live long and prosper? Get out of here, Saldino. Jesus, man. Same with P3D. It feels like it runs worse than X-Plane. Honestly, like, it depends. I've certainly seen streams and whatnot with P3D where it runs way better than X-Plane, or it appears to be running better than X-Plane. And then I've seen, you know, P3D streams that run like absolute horse poo. So it just, like, it's one of those where it just sort of depends. The i9 at 5 gigahertz is fantastic, yes. The Ryzen 3950, however, I think is even better than that. It does pretty good with these sims. Or the 3900. Or the 30, I think Ian, you went through this, right? The 3700X, the 3800X, the 3900X, and the 3950X all run the same base clock speed, the same boost clock. They all boost to like max of 4.6 or whatever. Yeah, ostensibly they're all kind of the same CPU, just more cores in some of them. Hardware. Yeah. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Hang on. 1 second, guys. This is important.
17 clear to land, Busher 181. Kansas City Center, Southwest 161.
Yes, sir. Southwest 161, you descended too low there, sir.
Roger, we're trying to get contact with you. And
my wife is going out tonight.
We're trying to do about a million things at one time, but we've got the airplane stopped at 199.
There is a public health epidemic, and my wife and the girls are going out to have a drink tonight.
Maintain level 190.
Roger, will continue to maintain 190.
Yeah, so like clock rates are kind of, I don't know. Hang on. Thank you. Love you too. Clock rates are kind of different with AMD world versus the Intel world, but I'm banging on all 12 cores. Do I have 12 cores? Yeah, I'm banging on all 12 cores right now, and they're running about 4.2 or so across the board. So, and this, I mean, my sim is doing, like, sim's screaming pretty good. Like, I'm happy with this. This is also running, don't forget, I'm also running a stream. So, like, my CPU utilization is about 57% right now. GPU utilization is 40%, and we're just kind of cranking along. So, yeah, the Ryzen stuff is so good. But if you want to get your Intel, that's fine. That's fine, too. I won't judge. Hard.
300, the whiskey.
Dude, T-Craft, the Ryzen stuff's amazing right now. Like, AMD's Zen 2 platform is just friggin' awesome. Like, they've put so much heat on Intel to sort of get their poo together. It's crazy. Didn't Vulcan get blown up in the new timeline? I have no idea, man. Stretch. You suggest I learn on the 172 glass or analog? Glass is about $10 more an hour on my flight school. Doing both. I would say it's easier to go from analog to glass than it is to go from glass to analog, is what I've heard. But it's totally up to you, man. So it doesn't, like, for your PPL, it really, for the PPL, it doesn't matter. Like, for the PPL, just go with whatever's cheaper. For your instrument rating, it'd be a different story. You may want to get some glass time. Yeah, glass, if you've got a G1000, it counts as a TAA, or should count as if you got a G1000 and a 2-axis autopilot, it counts as a TAA, technically advanced aircraft. And you need either 10 hours of complex time, or
Tiger, Tango, Yankee, Golf, Echo, Romeo, Tiger 6 arrival, maintain federal 290.
is that for me?
Present decision direct
Okay.
Tiger.
You need either 10 hours of TAA time or 10 hours of complex time for your commercial rating if you want to go that far. So try to get some G1000 time in while you're doing your training, but initially just go with whatever's cheapest. We're going to be in the clouds here in a second, dude. Holy crap.
We're 495, Charlie X-ray, Kansas City Center, Roger. Climb and maintain federal 290.
I'm getting caught up on chat here. Drink alcohol, it'll sterilize all. Yeah. If I get the coronavirus, I'm going to find a woman with Lyme disease and we should be good. That's good, I like it. You could PPL on a tail dragger. You could do that, yeah. How expensive is PPL in the US? Depends on where you get training. My PPL, in all said and done, cost me about $11,000. And that was literally every single expense, from my medical to headsets to testing materials to my check ride, everything. But I think the average is going to be around $8,000 to $10,000, depending on where you're at, you know, how much your plane is per hour, how much you want to spend on things like headsets and whatnot, if you want to spend money on that. Yeah, I did 6-packs though. Like, I learned on a slant uniform plane. Didn't need any fancy. Didn't really need any fancy avionics. I have not had any issues making a glass cockpit transition either. Pornhub is offering Italians free premium access. Yes, they are. I wonder if I could use my VPN.
Kansas City Center, hello.
You probably could.
502 Echo X-ray, 1.9, climbing 15,000.
Saldino says Pornhub doesn't work on the VPN, or so he's told.
290, 502 Echo X-ray.
We won't judge, don't worry.
American 20.
Anthrax says you can.
American 2055.
My school only offers the 172. If you're in a 172, just do the roundy knobs, the roundy gauges. Like, there's no reason to spend the extra $10 because you're gonna be flying, like.
.com 717 to center maintain. Actually, yeah, .com 717 to center maintain. Level 390.
Level 390.com 717. Seriously?
.com 717. I got a new route for you to Kansas City. Advisory to copy.
Stand by.
Seven trying 8086 heavy.
Negative, that was for .com 717.
.com 717, ready, copy.
.com 717, cleared to the Kansas City Airport, present position, direct Tiger, that's Tango Yankee Golf Echo Romeo on the Tiger 6 arrival.
Cleared Kansas City, present position, direct Tiger 6, .com 717.
.com 717, back correct, maintain level 390.
Level 390.com 717. This plane don't want to descend. Right, let's do that, and then let's go heading mode. Heading mode set. Let's go to departing and arriving, MCI.
310, Giant 8355
Del, all of that. One left on the Tiger 6.
United 3580 is with you, flight level.
With you, I am with you.
United 3580. Kansas City Center, Roger, climb maintain, level 340.
Tiger 6, one left.
2340, 3580.
No transition. ILS 1 left. Execute that. Go to the direct page. Direct Tiger.
I had a joke all day today that I was saving for tonight. I told it during dinner. Now I cannot remember, and am most def not going to ask what it was, but here it's AG 280. IMO the loudest Gulf Stream because it's lower so sound.
Wait, what? Hang on, I gotta come back to that. I'm gonna try to get this thing reprogrammed here. Give me a second. I'm gonna come back to that, Stakes. I'll play it again. You picked literally... We've been sitting here for an hour. Well, apparently we've been sitting here for 3 minutes. An hour and 3 minutes since we departed. And that's the time that you picked to send a dono. Thank you, though. I appreciate it, man.
City Center getting
Tiger 6.
22 Golf X-rays on the ground at Riverside. Looking for IFR to correction, Kansas City with the weather.
Tiger Trike Vector?
Number 22 Golf
Oh, yeah. Tiger Trike Vector. That makes sense. Okay. All right. And the misser. There. Okay. That's good. Execute that. Okay. We're good. All right. Stakes.
I had a joke all day today that I was saving for tonight. I told it during dinner. Now I cannot remember, and am most def not going to ask what it was, but here it's AG 280. IMO the loudest Gulf Stream because it's lower so sound.
Loudest Gulf Stream. Whoa! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not a hairdryer right there. Oh, no.
South 79 in Kansas Center, Gravy.
I can get behind that. Stakes, thank you very much for the donation, man. I really do appreciate that, genuinely. Thank you, man. And thank you for linking that video, dude. That was cool. That's at your home airport, I assume, right? I won't say which airport it is. You can if you want to. Thanks for sharing that, though. That's cool, man.
American 510, contact Albuquerque Center.
Every time I go flying, man, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I see an airplane, especially if I see a jet, I gotta stop what I'm doing, look up, and watch it. And then go back to what I was doing before. But every single time, I go, oh, ooh, and then back you go. Thank you very much, Stakes. All right. Oh, speed, speed, speed. 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 Let's go back to 80. Crap. I want an auto throttle so bad. I know I can have one, Ian. But I don't want to cheat, okay? It was such a bad time. Yeah. From White Boy Run, good to see it. People rated all the stores for toilet paper and everything. Fights is stupidity down here in the hood. Our grocery stores are well stocked and nobody's acting the fool. You got to keep that a secret, though, man. You got to keep it a secret, because you don't want them to come down and discover, like, hey, we're gonna come down there and take all their toilet paper. No, you got plenty of TP. That's what matters. It's ridiculous, dude. Everything about this whole thing is like everything about the reaction to everything is ridiculous right now. Happy Friday, by the way. Good to see you, man. I still want the jet car. Oh, did you see? Oh, I saw this the other day. I saw this the other day. This thing is insane.
Retard.
Nick Balls, thanks for 35 months, man. I do appreciate that. Happy Friday, sir.
Southwest 662, contact
Cheers.
Memphis Center 133.65.
13365, Southwest
Okay.
662.
So he took a PT6
Contact Memphis Center
and stuck it into a car.
133.65. Good day.
Alright, Memphis 3365, FedEx 345.
Like, you know, some sort of
Warm up.
tools, ferns.
Engine right there. Just to give you an idea, when we compare the two turbines, you'll see how quiet this one is.
All right, that's one. That's the quiet one. Okay. How's our speed looking?
I
Doing
can't
all right.
believe you just fired up like that.
Yeah. Some of them get a bad rap. Buy how much is a Cadillac for this? synthetic material on the body of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
carbon
Stop talking.
fiber.
Just turn the damn thing on.
We used a lot of
86 to 10
Corvette
pounds discretion
technology.
maintained for level 240.
He's got a freaking ITT in one and all that stuff in a damn car.
It's called metal crafters now.
Oh.
You look at it, yeah. Do a step down here.
Is this not the one? Yeah, he does turn it on.
Oh yeah. We introduced.
Okay, listen to this. Listen to the startup procedure for this car.
Take it out.
Hey,
Okay?
I'm down with that.
At 15%, we introduce fuel.
Gulf X-ray, clear to Kansas City Airport. Be ready back to you. Maintain 5,000, expect 210 in 10 minutes. 2130.
It's amazing, dude. It's incredible. The thing's so loud. At 15%, we introduce the fuel and off we go. It's like, we all know that.
Sorry about that.
Toto would be so proud.
Yeah, this is for 22 Golf X-ray.
Oh, I saw that the other day. I was like, this is perfect.
495 Charlie X-ray, clear to Kansas City.
I think I just peed a little shenanigans against the. I finally said the name right, by the way. Or closer to right. I was at a local Polish grocery store. Had this American guy walk in and say out loud, "Holy crap! There's actually water in stock." Shh, be quiet. Make all the neighbors want to kill you. Yeah, that thing was anything but quiet.
You should be with forward center 135.17. You're going out there. I'm not even half throttle. Forward 3717.
I'm not even half throttle. Yep.
Retard. Retard.
Be the Gamer 2YT, thanks for 18 months, man. How you doing, buddy? Happy Friday. Cheers. It's good to see you. Didn't the Mythbusters do something on it? They might have. I've been watching a lot of Adam Savage's tested stuff lately, which is pretty all right. Oh, you're talking about the JATO rocket, the urban legend about the guy who put the JATO rocket on his Impala. That was the very first episode of Mythbusters. Yes, I heard about it through that show.
South 1790, continue on course for now.
The freaking startup, though. Can't believe it, man. Yeah, we're going to introduce fuel. And, like, we've heard that startup sound so many times in the, before.
Kansas City Center, AC.
Like, that sound right there, we've all heard in the sim.
Hotel, Yankee Sierra, IFR to Denver.
On a quest, standby.
And then the actual sound of the fuel hitting. And an after-start checklist.
.com 717, set of maintain for level 240.
Level 240.com 717. All right, now if we go for the big one. 240, flight change. We'll just descend to 78. Pull that throttle back.
And November 22 Gulf X-ray, Kansas City Center, out of here.
I'm going to say maybe he just started descending us a little bit late, but
2 Golf X-ray.
it's okay.
2 Gulf X-ray, cleared to Kansas City Airport as filed, maintain 5,000. Expect for
Jet power car, talk about traffic, yeah.
2130.
Okay, clear to Kansas City as filed, maintain 5,000. We'll expect flight level 210 10 and squawk 2130.
When people say, let's go have a sports car meetup, and they'd be like, I'll outsound all your cars. Yeah.
The altimeter is 30.
You've seen that car, Anthrax, you've seen that car in person? I think I missed the context there. Or are you just talking about car meetups in general? And what do I think about what yachts? The Max situation? I don't know what I don't know what the context is, yachts. Do you think the fully autonomous planes do not require ponds to be a thing by 2050? Probably not, no. I think you're always going to have to intervene somehow. Unless tech gets better with remote controlling that stuff. Like, I don't think you're going to want to stick, hundreds of people onto a moving thing that doesn't have at least somebody up in the front. I just don't see I don't see it happening anytime soon. But you never know. It's possible. Who knows? Jonathan Cordova, good to see you, man. How you doing, buddy? He said, reminds me of an excellent book I read. No pilot alive can resist watching a plane take off or land. The moment his ears detect the first burst of power from an airplane, however distant, he will turn his head regardless of anything else around him and watch it. Ernest K. Gann, Fate is the Hunter. Yeah, that's so true, man. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like pre-flighting my airplane, right? I'm pre-flighting my airplane, getting ready to go, and I still have to go and look, like, oh, look at that airplane. It's a Cessna 150. Like, whatever I'm flying that day could be better than what just took off, but I still have to stop and I have to gawk at the thing that just took off and be like, man, I can't wait till I'm up there. I get to go up there soon. Like, it's just incredible. I love flying. I love everything about airplanes.
Southwest 18, is that Southwest 1840 coming?
All right. Let's get some work done here.
Southwest 1840, Kansas City Center, good evening, maintain for level 340.
Gotta get the star and the ILS approach in.
Center TV 2 Golf X-ray, short of Alpha on the south side read taxi.
One Golf X-ray, my one left taxi.
Okay, that's done. So let us... I'm gonna brief the one left here. Actually, let's grab the ATIS and all that stuff and get the V speeds in. So we have...
.com 717, contact Kansas City Center 125.25.
2525, .com 717. 25. 25. All right, I'm gonna start paying attention now. I'm gonna sneeze. Ah, crap, really? Yeah. I came out of nowhere. Kansas City, good evening, .com 717, flight level 335, descending flight level 240.
.com 717 Kansas City Center, roger. Good evening. And you're on assigned heading?
Negative. Direct Tiger.
Alright, .com 717, turn right turn heading 120. Just a quick vector for sequence. I just gotta keep you out of approach airspace before I send you a little lower.
Okay, right heading 120, .com 717.
.com 717, you can expect direct Tiger back for the arrival.
Woke up. Alright, so he's giving us a vector out here. Sequencing and give me time to get down and whatnot because we're still pretty high.
Good evening, this is 2265. Would you leaving?
Okay, let's get some V speeds in. How much gas have we burned?
Does this
plane tell me that?
I'm so sorry. I'm all done after this. Well, maybe, but hey, this is not a video this time. I'm off to work. Oh, I hope this does not mess you up, Kappa. I am sorry.
Plane. Don't apologize, dude. Thank you very much for this donation, Stakes. I really appreciate it, man. Cheers, buddy. Have fun at work. That's a beautiful airplane.
If you can, just keep the speed up.
What is that? I don't even know what that is. Somebody has to know what that is, right?
And JS 7937, you're still expecting about...
Thanks for sharing that, dude. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, about that speed. We'll try and
Spitfire engine in a car. I think wasn't this on Top Gear?
Yep, no problem. American 843, contact Kansas.
All right, I'm gonna come back to that in a second. I gotta get some stuff done here.
Have a good night. What's a 09? See you next time.
We're trying to find out how we.
.com 717, turn left heading 090, so maintain 12000, Kansas City altimeter 3036.
Okay, 090 taking the altitude for 717.
.com 717, 12,000.
Okay, well, 090 12,000. .com 717.
Kansas Delta 2265, maintaining for level 240, 8 miles to Corim.
We've burned off.
2265, I gave you cross Matson intersection.
Boy, 6,200 pounds.
Gross Mats, Mike Alpha Tango Tango Zulu.
Oh, we don't have a lot of gas left. We really don't have a lot of fuel left.
United 1932 just got on descending to
6,200 pounds.
280 knots.
That's not right at all. Oh, total fuel. Oh, no, we're good. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, never mind. We burned 2,500. We burned almost half our gas. So we've got 2.2 left. So our total weight right now, 31.3 minus 2.5. What is that? About 28,000. 20,000. All All right, 28,000. Good. Ish. 28,000. Very bottom of our weights here. VREF of 113, VGA of 119.
Left heading 180, speed back for sequencing. Left heading 180, United 1932.
Really?
United
Oh, crap.
1932 for planning purposes. You can expect that heading just for a couple of miles here and then eventually direct to Bremer. United 1932, roger.
Let's get that. Whoops, I forgot to go back. I forgot to switch over to IS mode. Okay, so we got to set the refs up. Ref. Okay. VT's 170, that's fine. VGA 119.
Cross Matson, maintain 12,000. Kansas City, altimeter 3036. Maintain 270 or less in the descent if able.
19.
Matt's
And VREF is going to be 113. That seems really slow, but we'll go with it. If that's as low as the VREF goes. All right, so that's done. That's set. Okay, so V speeds are set. Grab the weather. Kansas City, ATIS. Information Vicar. 05018. 10 miles, overcast 6,500.
United 1932, descend maintain level 200.
7 out, -4, dew point, altimeter 3036. Expected visual approach, only one left and one right.
Tell you what, maintain
Easy enough.
290 knots now in the descent.
Okay, so 3036 in the transition. That's done. Last thing we want to do is brief this approach. The ILS one left. They're telling me to expect the visual, but I'm going to brief the one left anyway. So let's get some frequencies tuned up here. Nav 1, 110.5. Course we'll worry about later. Touchdown zone. Let's see what we've got. Okay. All right, we're going to fly the ILS one left approach into Kansas City. 110.5 for the localizer. That's tuned up. We got 11,000 feet of runway to work with. Touchdown zone elevation's 1,000 feet. Bring us down here for a crossing of the final approach fixed at 2,600 down to minimums of 200 feet AGL. Missed approach, straight ahead, 2,000, left turn, 4,000, heading 290, and we'll continue from there.
7937, thank you for your help.
Questions,
Once again,
comments,
Kansas
fantastic.
City, 120.95, see ya.
Great.
2905 for Delta 7973, no problem. See you later.
Delta 2265.
Okay. Corona on my throttle, right?
To 270 knots or less.
Reduce speed to 270 knots.
Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, so I don't see automation, full automation happening anytime soon.
Thanks for your help.
There's certainly a day when it might happen, but it's not going to be any time in the near future.
NC Center Southwest 3540, sending flight level 260, flight level 240.
All right. So you linked this, and you said 140.
And Southwest 35, Kansas City Center.
So what happens when you stick a Spitfire engine in an old Rover? Well,
such an
so low revving. Mad, isn't it? I love the fact that it's got air conditioning, electric.
Well, I mean, the file's about maybe 20 miles long, so
they just put the AC on. Yeah. Because it's a pre-2001 car,
like 600 RPMs. That's
That's
fantastic. That's cool. Thanks for sharing that, man.
.com 717, did you copy?
Oh, sorry. Say again.
Direct Tiger for Tiger 6 arrival, maintain 12000.
Okay, Direct Tiger, Tiger 6 arrival, 12000, .com 717.
Kansas City, Center 0829, Wisconsin, flight level 24000, would you?
Hey, Wisconsin,
That guy's got a real deep voice.
What's your current indicator speed?
240.
Alright, what, can you give me like 300 down there?
300 it is.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll get the turn going, and then hit direct again, and that'll get us going there. It's a long flight. Let's have the sounds turned way down for the outside, because it's so loud. Position of the clouds trip me out. Yeah, a little weird, isn't it? think I might have gone the long way for this turn, but whatever.
Kansas City Center, good evening. Boeing 2930 Foxtrot checking in, descending through flight level 300.4 for flight level 240.
Power 3397, contact approach 120.95, see it.
120.95, power 3397.
Evening, Kansas City, Power 1 Heavy. We're at 14.8 for 15 on a left turn 330 heading.
Delta 2265, contact approach.
Okay, back into nav mode. Ourselves direct Tiger, and off we go.
Contact con Kansas approach. Can you repeat the frequency, please? Delta 2265.
Guys, sounds like Xerxes from the 300. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen that in a long time, man.
120.95, Delta 2265.
And Power 1, did you check in there?
Yes, sir. 15 on a 330 heading, going the wrong direction.
There we go.
Alright, good. Power 1, turn right heading 070, and I'll give you high here shortly.
Transition altitude. Nearest altimeter 3035.
36 is what we're looking for.
Power 95, did you check in?
There we go. Down we go.
United 1932, so maintain 12000 Kansas City.
I didn't say 24000, did I? Piss Pilot, good to see it. View from my window at the moment at KMIA, right in front of runway 12.
1539, passing 10,000 for 15,000, direct Keiko.
United 1932 crowd.
Do you live in Florida, Rob?
Kansas City altimeter 3039er.
That's a cool plane.
Maintain
I've never been on a 777.
12,000.
777's one of those like bucket list airplanes I'd love to be able to give a whirl.
Retard.
Here shortly. Roger.
Josh! Good to see you, man. Thanks for 39 months, dude. Cheers. Cheers to the quarantini. I get behind that. Thank you very much, man.
Flight level 27.4 for flight level 240.
Alright. Get a focus.
And Nuremberg 2930 Foxtrot, Kansas City Center, Roger. I'll flow for you shortly.
Yeah, Power 1 trying to get a hold of Company 95.
Yep, thanks. Faster I can get him higher, faster I can get you higher.
Yep, we're trying to yell at him.
You ain't going anywhere, Max.
Air Wisconsin 829, cross Matsat, maintain 12000, Kansas City altimeter 3036.
Oh, good. He's not even paying attention. Hey, I'm just going to start talking over top of you.
Who is checking in?
Power 9515.
Power 95, Kansas City Center, climb, maintain level 230.
23, Power 95.
Kansas City Center, Wisconsin, I did not catch the second half of that.
And Wisconsin 829 will be crossing Matt intersection at 12000, altimeter 3036.
How you doing, Josh?
Crossing Madison at 12000, 3036.
Have you been doing much more flying? You've been doing a lot of flying, actually, haven't you?
Did I send anybody else?
I saw some pictures of you in that SR-22, which is pretty sweet. That's going to be a fun ride.
2930 Foxtrot, cross Tiger at maintain 12000.
I want to fly on an 87, 350, 747, and a 380. Well, 747, you're running out of time. I've been on one. I'll probably never be on another one. It's my guess.
I'm sorry about that. I saw the M and I got excited there. But you're still on the Tiger 6, correct?
I am, sir.
Alright, thanks.
Space, anything for the bits, man.
Alright, how about this?
Bucket list planes for me, the 777, 787, 747.
The Kansas City
Cheers, man. Thank you.
3036.
Alright, down to 1.
Can we talk about the voice volume mismatch of VATSIM? Yeah, let me see if I can fix it a little bit.
1 to 12,000 your expression. 12,000.
I'm going to turn the compressor up a little bit, see if that helps.
Power 1, climb, maintain level 230.
230, Power 1.
So that might help to equalize it somewhat.
Down at 240 in about 10 miles.
There's blocked power restriction. United 1932.
Yeah, dude, the volume is all over the place, though. It drives me nuts, man. 22 is a nice ride. We knew that, though. 2095.com 717.
Alright, who was checking in there?
Southwest 210 with you, 340.
190, could you say the frequency again for
I've not done an 87 or 777. I haven't done any real big planes. I've been on a 340, though.
10 knots now, 210, and the frequency's 20.
Get our speed here, because I let that get away from me.
210 and 1. Oh my gosh, I missed it again. Sorry about that.
Alright, no problem. So we got the speeds 210, right? Heading's 190. The next frequency for you is 123.905, 2395.
Okay, 210 knots and 2395 for John 73. Whatever.
What year is that? What year is that 22, Josh? What kind of avionics do they got?
Approaching at 1932,
230 an hour has a 6-pack with two 430s. 230 an hour is pretty good though for that airplane. That's a really good price.
Expect vectors visual approach 1 right. 1 right, unit 1932.
Approach .com 717, 12,000 Victor.
.com 717 approach, turn left heading 290 vectors for runway 1 right, descend and maintain 6,000, good rate.
290, good rate 6,000. Any chance for 1 left, .com 717?
.com 717, I'll tell you what, make your request for the next sector.
We'll go. Speed back 250. Flight change 250.
Power 3397, thank you for that speed. Reduce your speed now to 210, 210
Maxing the
knots.
speed rates. We'll give him good rate.
7,000.
Oh, you want good rate? We got good rate for you.
210, that's 7,000, power 3397. Delta 2265, descend and maintain 11,000.
You have 3. Oh, that's fantastic, man. Yeah, there's one I can get an SR-22 turbo from a flight school for $350 an hour, and that's a pretty good rate too for that plane. But it's still really expensive. It's still basically double the price for any of the even the 182 that I would fly.
Sync rate.
Finally got some. I know we're good. Don't worry. They asked for best rate. I got it covered. Got some actual last weekend.
17, I don't really care about your speed right now, just because I need to get you down to 6. Reaching 6,000, reduce speed to 210, 210.
Okay, good rate down to 6 and 2,000 or 210 at 6. .com 717. Got 4,000 a minute.
All right, thank you.
He's not even impressed. He's not even impressed by it. He doesn't care. We've got some actual.
.com 717 approach now 123.95 2395.
2395. .com 717.
Power 3397. Turn left heading 190. Left 190. Power 3397.
Okay. Approach .com 717. 7,400 descending 6,000. Request a 1 left if possible.
Solo 749 approach, flying 280.
Got some actual. Was scared at first, got settled in, was pumped when I landed. Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it, dude?
Roger, on request.
All right, bring those back in. That's pretty sweet the first time you get some actual, man. We're down to 210. So you got to log an approach, I assume? Was that your first ever logged approach, Josh? That's the question. Funny enough, I've flown in a bunch of actual, but it's always been en route or it's been on departure. I think I've only ever logged maybe 2 total approaches due to actual.
Expect 1 left. Final now 119.82. So long.
1982. .com 710. We'll see you.
Couple 749. Funding 340.
40 Southwest.
Approach .com 717. 6,210 knots assigned.
.com 717. Kansas City approach. Expect visual approach. Runway 1 left.
We'll go. The only problem when it's turning a compressor up is that you get that, you can really hear when they let off the communication there, the mic. All right, there's 210. How do I zoom this in? Not that it matters. A bunch of traffic out there, but it's fine. What do we got?
Afternoon approach out at 445, heading 2.
Frame rate's dogging up here, probably just because of all the airplanes in the area.
Yeah, at 445 Kansas City approach, flighting.
I sure as hell don't have any ortho out here. 25 hours IMC and training on purpose was the second flight in 2 years. Need to use the rating for cross country. Worked slick. Nice, man. Yeah, we're getting to that time of year where where the instrument rating up here is going to be just absolutely clutch. I think last year I had probably 4 or 5 flights that were saved right around March, April, May because I had my instrument rating. I didn't get to log approaches for all of them, but they certainly they got me out and they got me in the air and they got me there, which was nice. And they got me out of the soup as well. I had an actual miss during my pre-check ride mocks. That's crazy, man. I had an assigned hold when I was training for my when I was training for my instrument, which my instructor was like, I've not had this happen in years. Training we had, during training I had 2 actual approaches, I believe. No, sorry, 3. During training I had 3 actuals. One was an actual down to a missed, we never got the runway. We knew we weren't gonna get the runway, but we flew actual down, shot a missed, or went missed, I should say, swept back around, shot the ILS and got our got a landing in for that. And then I think I had one other instance where we were flying under instruments for both the departure and the arrival.
On 717 traffic, 2 o'clock, 7 miles southbound, 737 at 7,000, descending through your altitude.
Looking for him, .com 717. 2 o'clock, he's out there somewhere. There he is. Is that him? Are you going the wrong way, I think?
United 445, and the roll at the Kansas City Airport will be 2 o'clock and 13 miles reported inside.
Report up on what's inside.
I think he must be coming in behind me.
.com 717, additional traffic, 12 to 1 o'clock, 10 miles, opposite direction, 737, base to final for 1 left.
Okay, looking for him. Got the first traffic inside, got the second traffic as well, .com 717.
.com 717, roger, maintain visual separation from the 737 at your 3 o'clock, and you said you had the second guy in sight?
Affirmative.
.com 717, roger.
Oh, I didn't get to go. Oh.
And approach Southwest 185 is descending to 7,000.
Southwest 2085, Kansas
Okay.
City approach.
There's him, visual separation from him. He's who I'm probably following.
5,000 Southwest 785. Or, sorry.
The second guy is right over here somewhere.
Yeah, 445, flighting 040, join runway 1 left, localizer.
Flighting 040,
They're getting a localizer assigned to him, so.
717, flighting 340, join runway 1 left, localizer.
340, join the 1 left localizer, .com 717.
Yeah, 445, it's my fault I gave you a late
340, bearing source. Nope, not that. Not that either. Nav source is what I want. Nav 1.
Yeah,
and the course.
City Airport, 10 to 11 o'clock, 14 miles.
There we go.
Yeah, 445 to Kansas City Airport, 11 o'clock, 13 miles.
Alright, so I got the diamonds coming in. We're high. Coming in the localizer.
Yeah, 445, maintain 4,000. Do you have the airport in sight?
Tower's next. KC Tower, or MCI Tower, sorry. Kansas City Tower is 28.2.
.com 717, reduce speed to 190.
190, .com 717.
Yeah, 445, clear visual approach, runway 1 left.
City Tower 28.2. Set, set.
.com 717, traffic, 1 o'clock, 4 miles northbound to 737 at 2,000, approaching 4,000.
Looking.
United 445, cleared visual approach, runway 1 left.
Out here somewhere.
Visual approach from my 1 left, United 445.
Oh, is that him?
.com 717 traffic, 1 o'clock and 5 miles northbound now at 4,000. Kansas City Airport, 1 o'clock and 13 miles.
Traffic and airport in sight.
.com 717, follow the 737, clear visual approach, runway 1 left, maintain 190 knots.
Okay, 190 knots, clear visual push on the traffic 1 left, .com 717.
Southwest 2085, turn left heading 100, descend and maintain 4,000.
Left turn heading 100, down to 4,000, Southwest 185.
United 445, maintain 170 knots until Jersey, and over Jersey, contact International Tower.
Alright, we're gonna get down now because we are high. 190 knots. Where's he at? Yeah, he's right up there. I'm right on his butt, man. Boy, we're gonna be slowing this down real quick. Coming in here.
Southwest 2085, turn left heading 070.
Left turn heading 070, Southwest
Apple's 51, good to see it. Officer Jack, good to see it. Hope y'all doing well. Okay.
Southwest 2085, traffic 10 to 11 o'clock, 6 miles northbound, Challenger at 4,800.
And descending.
We're looking out for that traffic, Southwest 2085.
Southwest 2085, roger.
Actually, Southwest 2085, we got the traffic inside.
Southwest 2085, roger, approach clearance in about 30 seconds.
We'll be looking out.
Okay, there's traffic on final. I can barely see him like right there.
.com 717, maintain 170 knots or greater until Jersey, and over Jersey, contact International Tower. See ya.
170 greater till Jersey, contact tower over Jersey, .com 717. Now we weren't cleared for the ILS approach, but that's okay.
Descend and maintain 4,000. Southwest Southwest 2085, fly heading 040.
VREF I said was
runway 1 left to maintain 190 knots.
low, like 113, so we'll call the approach speed about 120.
Knots, cleared visual runway 1 left, Southwest 2085.
Let's try to find a localizer here. If we can. Almost Jersey.
1790, fly heading 040, join runway 1 left, localizer, and traffic.
We're watching Uncle Ty.
Northbound,
Red Dog, good to see you.
4,700.
Let's go tower.
3291, right number 2, power 39.
Let's notch flaps. Tower.com 717, visual 1 left.
.com 717, International Tower, runway 1 left, clear to land, following Boeing 737 on a 1 mile final.
Delay number 2, .com 717.
.com 8630, contact departure, have a good flight.
Let's get that speed down.
.com 8630.
We're still a little high, but I'm okay with that. Turn the flight director off. Alright, we're okay now. A little bit right of the course here. Here's my VREF. 3x1. That's right, this plane reacts pretty well to throttle changes. Or to power changes. Good old VATSIM. I know, dude, that was like, if I were in the 321, that wouldn't have worked. That thing is very, if I were any more slippery airplane, that would not have worked.
2 mile final runway 01
like the
left.
only reason this worked is because this plane will descend.
One right, could land number 2 behind a Boeing 737 on a 1.5 mile final. Could land 1 right, 4 American 2055.
Oh, he's on 1 right, okay. So he's.
Evening Tower, Delta 25.
Hey!
656 is with you, they try to form left.
There we go, look at that.
Delta 2656.
2x2. Alright, gears down 3 green, flaps down, indicated lights are set, spoiler, and everything else is armed.
United 445, welcome to Kansas City, right 1 able, ground.
Rolling out a little bit of signature. We don't need to be too aggressive on the slowing. Continue.
Jazz 7937, welcome to Kansas City.
Runway clear.
Left 1 able.
Runway's clear.
Have a good night.
3x1.
Ground point,
Or 1x3, sorry. Nice little crosswind here. Is Edson flying here tonight? Does anybody know? On the Sky Lounge? He lives in Kansas City. Gear flaps good.
Tower Southwest 2085 is on a 6.5 mile final, runway 1 left.
Southwest 2085,
30,
International Tower, good evening, runway 1 left, cleared to land, 1 departure prior to arrival.
1 left, clear to land, Southwest 2085.
Come on.
Delta 20,
Just land.
56, runway 1
Just
left.
land.
Line up and wait, be ready to go.
Line up and wait, 1 left, 2656.
Alright, versus out.
Power 3397, welcome to Kansas City, turn left, 1 able, contact ground.
Light braking here. Don't need to do too much.
Tower 3397, clear 1, rival, call ground, 3397.
Versus in.
.com 717, welcome to Kansas City, turn right 1 able, contact ground, point 8, have a good night.
Okay, right when able, ground point 8.com 717. We'll talk to you soon.
Delta 2656, fly heading 350, runway 1 left, clear for takeoff.
Southwest 1306, ready for taxi with information, Victor.
Actually, experimental net energy Victor Tango, it'll be Bravo Alpha 4 Alpha to 1 left.
Bravo Alpha 4.
We made it.
Alpha for 90 Victor Tango.
So 13.
I was a little fast on final, that's why I floated it halfway down the runway. Ground hello.com 717 Alpha 4 for signature.
So 1306, runway 1 left, taxi Lima Delta.
It didn't play it.
Hello, Jazz.
Oh, it's only 400 bits. Oh, Space Needle, thanks for the bits, man.
1 right at Echo 5.
Cheers, buddy. Appreciate it.
So 1306, runway 1 left, taxi via Lima and Delta.
Lima Delta.
Thank you, Ian. Yeah, this plane comes in slightly nose down.
Ground taxi to Signature via Bravo.
Signature Bravo.com 717. We'll talk to you soon. This plane comes, you know this thing because you've flown this thing, but this thing comes in a little bit nose down when you're on short final, so it's kind of unnerving the first few times that you do it. And as a result, like, you just do not flare it that much. You pretty much give it like a 1 or 2 degree flare, and that's about it. I don't know if it's accurate for the real thing, but that's certainly how this model flies. That was almost 2 hours that we spent in the air. Holy crap. That was a long flight. Next one will be shorter, over to Spirit of St. Louis. And we'll have Flash 23 and Anthrax joining us for it.
Southwest 2907, runway...
That's a problem.
1 left, taxi via Charlie 7, correction, taxi via Delta. Via Delta 2709. 2907, correction.
Where's he going?
Delta 1756,
Hey.
ready for taxi. We've got information Victor to 1 left.
Delta 1756, runway 1 left, taxi via Lima, Delta.
Ground Southwest 185 is holding short at Alpha 7. Delta 1756 via Lima, then Delta. Thank you very much.
Alright.
185, taxi to the ramp via Alpha and
It's more or less accurate. Commercial CJs are similar, flight under the ground. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
American 2055.
Very easy to overflare. Yeah, so I was about, I was probably about 6 or 7 knots too fast there on short final, which then translated into a good 500, 600 extra feet of just sort of flying. It was fine. I'm not dissatisfied with that. I actually was pretty happy. This plane has historically been very difficult for me to land. And I actually felt like it was pretty stable and whatnot for that approach too. So I'm very happy with how that panned out. So yeah. Saltino, thanks for the bits, man. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your weekend. Cheers, buddy. Alright, we're gonna have to probably back her up here.
Retard, retard, retard.
Mr. Uberbot, thank you very much for 39 months, man. Appreciate it, buddy. Tree Niner. Thank you, man. Cheers. There we go. Some legit parking at the FBO, says Anthrax. Uh-huh. All right, well, this APU immediately starts up. Let's pull the park brake. Right there. APU comes up pretty quick. APU gens on. Get the APU bleeds on. There we go. Left and right bleeds off. Windshield probe anti-ice off. Everything else we can stay on. Or we can leave on, I should say. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kansas City. Nice backup camera. Beep, beep, beep. Good stuff. That was fun. It was good. It was a good little flight. Yeah, good stuff. You know the drill. I'm going to step away for a moment. I really have to pee. Like, I didn't think this was going to take 2 hours. I really got to go. So, we will be back in a few minutes. If you're taking off, thanks for stopping by. If you're sticking around, we will see you in 5 minutes or so. I'll put it over on tower frequency here. And we'll watch some folks come in, hopefully. Utilize these dual runways coming into Kansas City today. If you want to fly along, the next flight's going to be Kansas City down to the Spirit of St. Louis Airport. Should be a good time. All right, my friends, be right back. Oh, that birds are going away.
Tower, Bay Charter 2133 with you at holding short Alpha 11. What's the call sign again? Bay Charter 2133.
All right, right back.
HR 2133, International Tower, roger. Runway 1 left, fly heading 350, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, 1 left and fly heading 350 for Bay Charter 2133. Southwest 1306, contact departure, have a good flight. Over to departure. Southwest 5471, contact departure, you have a good flight. Departure, see you next time, 5471.
Kansas City Tower, Wisconsin 089, on final.
Wisconsin 829, International Tower, runway 1 right, clear to land.
1 right, clear to land.
United 1932, welcome to Kansas City. Turn left when able. Contact ground point 8. You have a good night.
Left and ground on point 8, United 1932.
Southwest 2907, you ready to go?
Okay, firm 2907.
Southwest 2907, runway 1 left, line up and wait. On departure, fly heading 350.
Line up 1 left and depart. Flight level. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Head 350 on departure for 2907.
You got it. Bay Charter 2133, contact departure. Have a good night.
Over to departure for 2133. Have good luck.
Southwest 2907, runway 1 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 2907.
Delta 1756, International Tower, are you ready to go?
Absolutely. Delta 1756.
Delta 1756, runway 1 left, line up and wait.
Runway 1 left, line up and wait. Delta 1756.
Portuguese Maria cookies, my wife calls them, with Nutella in the middle. Sit here and be jealous of me right now. One of our very good friends brought these back from Portugal for us. It's going to be a fight between my daughter and I who gets to eat all these things.
2907, contact departure. You have a good flight.
Departure 2907. Have a great evening.
Delta 1756, keep it rolling. Fly heading 350. Runway 1 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 01 clear for takeoff, and we'll go runway heading.
Delta 1756, fly heading 350 on departure.
350 on departure, Delta 1756, thank you.
Kansas City Tower, clear runway. E4.
Air Wisconsin 829, welcome to Kansas City. Contact ground, point 8. Have a good night.
Be about 20 minutes or so before we get out of here, probably, at least.
121.8. Good night.
I'm parked right in front of you. Damn right I am. What are you guys flying, Anthrax? I don't even see you. Unless you're in one of those, like, unless you're in one of those beach crafts.
Delta 1750,
I'll reconnect, see what comes up.
Have a good flight.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Negative.
November 902, Victor Tango, International Tower. You ready to go?
Do you need me to move? Are you okay with me here? You just go right through me if you need to. Am I above you? Like, am I a floater on your screen?
November 2, Victor Tango, fly heading 330.
That's right, it's a nice parking job.
330, 1 left, clear for takeoff, 92 Victor Tango.
Tower Southwest 2
Southwest 210.
Let's just go to 21,000 for this. What do you say?
Clear land 1 right, Southwest 210.
Yeah, let's just do 21,000. It's fine. Actually, we can go a little higher than that. Let's go 20. Let's go 27. We'll go top of non-orbiting sim space. Okay, MC. I had to do the exclamation point route command because I forgot the identifier for where we're going. Cruise speed 450, altitude 27,000. Lakes 3, Cougar. Columbia. Oh, no, the last time we flew out of here, I thought it was Cougar.
Good evening, American 247 with you on the Delta taxiway, coming up 01 left.
Okay.
American 247 International Tower, good evening, hold short, runway 1 left.
International Tower. You are nose to nose with our cone.
Okay, we'll hold short for 1 left.
Interesting.
247.
Well, thank you, VATSIM. I wonder if because you're in a 319, if that's a problem. I definitely don't see you. You guys got clearance and all that?
Victor Tango, contact departure, have a good flight. Contact departure, see ya, 90 Victor Tango.
Let us grab the departure. Lakes 3. There is no arrival. Where are we going to go? Aero, Charter, Jet Center, Millionaire, or TAC Air? We're going to go Millionaire, I guess. All right. Let's get the music. Thank you all for sticking around. Hello, welcome back for flight number 2.
Tower FedEx 121 with you.
Nope. Wait, with you. With you. He's with you. You got PDC, okay. Doesn't XPod have a feature that always shows Anthrax as X? Oh, that's a good question. How do you set that up? I don't see anything like that. CSL packages. Show aircraft labels. Yeah, I'm going to say .com 2324 is them. We see the label. We don't see the plane. Weird. But I don't see any way to assign a plane to you by hand without modifying a text file. Yeah. I think it might be something to do with the 319. I'm not going to worry about it. Sorry, buddy. I'd love to look at you. Here, I'll turn the labels on. We'll turn the labels on for a bit. That will help us out here because we're probably going to need that. Does that do anything? No, that's just controllers. Nope, not any of there. Fallback aircraft iCow. No, it wants to default to the G115 for the fallback, which maybe is that plane, like the props. Or that thing, perhaps. That's so weird. All right, just turn the labels on. There. At the very least, now I can see your label. Bubblegum Idealist, good to see you, man. How you doing, buddy? Happy, whatever day it is today. Friday. Okay, let's grab clearance. Clearance delivery here is 135.7. How bad is this frequency going to be? We shall find out. Nobody's talking yet. International clearance, hello. .com 717, IFR clearance, Spirit of St. Louis.
Cockpit 717, international delivery cleared to the St. Louis Airport via Lake Street departure, Columbia transition, that's filed on departure, maintain 10,000 departure frequency 124.7, squawk 1111.
That's a squawk code. Clear to St. Louis Airport, Lake 3, Columbia, as filed, 10,000 on departure, 124.7, squawk 1111, .com 717.
.com 717, read back correct, whiskey's current, ground point, ready to check.
Wilco, thank you. Need to talk just a little bit slower.
Bravo, and take that north, monitor ground point 8 on your taxi.
All right, there's ground. Let's get this thing programmed up here real quick. Flight plan, K. KMCI to KSUS. Set. And departing and arriving, departing MCI on the Lakes 3. On runway 1 left. You'd think they put the, if they want the runway first, you'd think they put the runway on the left side. But no, that would make too much sense probably. On the Lakes 3 to Columbia. Execute. And then the flight plan page, next page. From Cougar, we go to Dixie. Direct, execute. Good. That's fantastic. Okay, let's just put fuel in here. So, I didn't run a sim brief, but whatever. We can wing it. What did I have left? 5.7 we had last time. Well, let's just make it the exact same thing, so I don't have to change any weights. So the V speeds are already set because it's the same weights. All we gotta do is turn the engines on now. Very difficult process in this airplane. That's coming up with some squawk code, so I've got to do that. Done. Big chonker of a plane over there. And number 2. Well, number 1, I should say. I've seen cars harder to start than this plane. Yeah. MCI call sign is international. Yeah, right? Exactly. One of those Bravos that, or one of those Bravo airports that probably shouldn't be a Bravo airport, and the call sign's international. All right, let's set the trims. Let's come back towards neutral a little bit there. That's good enough for me. All right, let's do bleeds on, cross bleed off, APU bleed off, probes on, window on, good. APU gen can come off. Nose wheel steering is already on. APU can now come off. Lights are all set. Craig and Anthrax, are you guys good to go? You want me to get behind you or in front of you? Right rudder, left rudder. Left aileron. All right, aileron back. Forward. It's pretty sweet squawk code, yeah. I'll take the quad ones. Oh, we gotta grab whiskey too while we're at it. Information whiskey 060 at 7 knots. 10 mile visibility, overcast 7,007 Celsius, altimeter 3036. Expect visual approach 1 left, 1 right. Yada yada yada. Yada, 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 yada. Good. Okay, they're moving now.
Lima, Delta. Thank you.
Ground control, Southwest 3264, Alpha 6, going to Bravo 34, please.
So 3264 international to the ground, right turn Alpha and Lima to the ramp.
Alpha Lima to the ramp, Southwest 3264.
Ground,
Sorcerer Dave, thank you for the host, my friend. I appreciate that.
Number 430 Bravo International ground.
Hello, everybody from Sorcerer Dave's channel. Happy Friday. It's good to see you all. Happy Saturday for a lot of you guys, because you're a lot of you Brits. Cheers, man. Dave, how was the trucking tonight? just tuning in, we are on the Challenger 300. We're flying from Kansas City tonight over to Spirit of St. Louis. Following a ghost plane.
November 310 Charlie International Ground, where are you at? We're located signature and production.
Let's turn you down just a touch.
Charlie, runway 1 left.
Abelar's good to see you. U1849KA, good to see you. Cricket Shades, welcome aboard. Sorcerer Dave, happy Friday. Didn't kill too many bad tuners. That's fantastic. Sometimes that's all you can ask for. Crap.
Count 1045 ground.
1045 Alpha 6, going to Charlie Terminal.
Count 1045, right turn Alpha and Lima to the ramp.
Alpha Lima to the ramp, 1045.
Ground.com 717, signature whiskey taxi.
Ready, taxi 1 left. That was blocked.
.com 717, signature whiskey taxi.
.com 717, 1 left, Bravo 2, Bravo Alpha 4 Alpha.
Bravo 2, Bravo Alpha 4 Alpha to 1 left. .com 717. Okay.
International ground, United 1834, ready taxi 1 right.
United 1834. Runway 1 right, taxi via Charlie 7, correction, via Delta Foxtrot.
Discovered there's a Gerald of Revia voice set for the sat-nav, which was a hoot. Or Geralt. Like Geralt from The Witcher? Gerald, I'm sorry. That's really offensive for me to do that.
Ground, American 1549.
The Witcher! Can't know if I do it, man. That's cool, dude. Same voice actor and everything. Oh, that's fantastic. You have to hope that maybe he's a Euro Truck fan. Like somewhere you're like, you know what, this guy probably does play some Euro Truck. Gerald of Revia. How does the white guy from America say everything? Exactly how it's pronounced or spelled.
712 ground. Let's see, just hold position there for now.
That's too cool.
Okay, who is looking for taxi from the ramp? Taxi.
It's an F&O tonight, so it's super busy.
American.
Like, you can see the traffic stacked up here. I had to turn the labels on because one of my buddies up here, I can't see him otherwise.
Runway, okay. Runway 1 right. Taxi.
Where's he going? I'm going the wrong way.
Foxtrot. Cross runway 27 at Foxtrot. Order 1 right.
Dave, one of these days, man, we gotta get you back into flight simming. I think when the new sim comes out, it might be your jam. Because hopefully the new sim isn't going to require a bunch of futzing around to get things to, you know, function. I'm waiting for the new sim. Yeah, it makes sense.
30 Bravo, right turn Charlie 6, Delta Charlie 7, Charlie, hold shorter Charlie.
I assure you, it will be worth the wait. You will have a lot of fun in that thing.
Charlie 7, Charlie, hold short Charlie 9, 30 Bravo. Dragon 1, just follow the Challenger.
Because I can see you going and finding all of history's great battles across the world. I have a friend who would go find who's in the Alpha, who's been going and finding locations where things were filmed, like specifically things like Making a Murderer and a lot of like crime drama and that kind of stuff. There's Robbie.
Delta 1112 heavy, monitor tower.
Flying to KSUS 4 miles from my house in St. Charles. Nice, dude. Yeah. I've never flown in the Spirit of St. Louis, so I'm like, it's something different. And we're flying the right kind of plane for it.
Runway 1 left, taxi via Bravo 2, Bravo.
There's an iCal GSUS.
And, Alpha 4 Alpha.
Where's that at? It's gonna be such a game show, dude. It's gonna be amazing. Like, there are certainly naysayers that are out there, and they're welcome to have their opinions, but based on my experiences last year when I got to go fly it, it's pretty cool.
So that's 1999 international ground.
Everywhere you go, you're gonna hear Robbie.
Stand by. Correction, northwest.
I think I've actually met him.
Runway 1 right.
Like, well, not me personally, but I think he came up when I was hanging out with Frugal Pete at one of the FlightSim cons and met him. I'm more excited for FlightSim 2020 than starting instructing. Yeah. Hi, Dave. How you doing, buddy? Happy Friday. Hope I don't have to plop 3K on a new box to run 2020. You won't have to. If you can run X-Plane right now at low to medium settings, you're fine. VATSIM audio is a quantum leap ahead of where it was. Absolutely, dude. It's not without its problems. I had to crank the compressor up this evening because there was a lot of volume differences between the pilots, but it's definitely a humongous improvement compared to what it was a couple years ago.
712, taxi the ramp via Alpha and Lima, follow the company ahead.
Alpha Lima, follow the company for Southwest 712.
TACOM 20.
Oh, no, geez. Oh, I see what you're saying. I follow you now, Siffle.
Monitor tower.
TACOM 717. Alright. There's tower, departure 24-7.
Delta 1112, heavy flight heading 350, runway 1 left, clear for takeoff. Heading 350, 1 left, clear for takeoff, that's 1112 heavy.
This guy sounds like Air Force Proud, this controller.
Southwest 1313, contact ground point 8, you have a good night.
Right, doesn't he?
Kansas City Tower, American 1018 is with you on the visual 1 right.
Wouldn't that be a hoot?
Let's say the call sign one more time. That's American 1018. American 1018, International Tower, good evening. Runway 1 right, clear to land number 2 behind an Airbus 320 on a 3-mile final. Clear to land 1 right, number 2.
I swear that sounds just like him. It's probably not him, though. I know he does VATSIM flying occasionally, but I don't imagine he's going to be controlling Kansas City. That slipped right past me. Yeah, it didn't even slip past me. I completely missed it. Like, over my head, under my feet, around my shoulders, completely missed me. Okay. We're flying oh, the iPad's up. Whoops. Flying a star out of here. That star says climb on a sign heading for radar vectors to the appropriate route. Okay, so there's nothing we got to worry about here.
Kansas City Tower, good evening. Southwest 511, visual approach runway 1 left. Delta 1112, contact departure.
Might be Air Force loud.
Switching Delta 1112, yeah. Southwest 511, runway 1 left, active line. Clear to land, runway 1 left, Southwest 511.
Does anyone have a desire to try to be a VATSIM controller, a trainee, or more? Like, anybody here? There's plenty of people that want to control. Like, there's always folks that are up for controlling. I'm actually amazed at how much these guys enjoy controlling, because, like, I have zero interest in any of that. But more power to them. Makes the Friday nights interesting.
1377, we'll be locking off. Thank you and have a good night.
Have a good night.
See ya.
DACOM 2324, International Tower. Are you number 1 on the sequence? Affirmed, DACOM 2324. Roger, be ready to go. Got one more arrival and I'll get you out of here. Roger, we're ready to go. DACOM 2324.
Oh, we're ready. Or he's ready. So those guys doing shared cockpit. Anthrax and Flash 23 are sharing a 319. I'm curious as to how that goes.
American 1549.
I will have to debrief with them later tonight.
One more arrival for you two, and I'll get you out. Delta 1068. Welcome.
All right, so there's somebody hanging out over here.
Have a good night.
Is he going to the runway or is he going to Signature? I bet he's going to Signature. Yeah, he's definitely going to Signature. They landed him on the wrong run. He didn't have the foresight to say, "Hey, can I go to runway 1 left?" And now he's got a very long taxi. Good visual.
United 1834, International Tower, holding short 1 right behind the American.
When they say monitor, they mean monitor. They don't mean call tower. If anyone does, join ZOB. Where's OB?
5034 on the visual approach 1 left.
That's not. I don't even know where OB is.
Tower, runway 1 left.
Imagine me controlling an FNL would be way more of a dumpster fire than a dumpster fire. I think everybody learns. Everybody starts on ground and they work their way up, man. People in this stream question as to you others. I'd like to do it, but I don't have any interest in doing enough to learn to be good enough. Find the right ARTCC and the right people to work with, and it could be like I could see it be interesting. I think these kinds of events would probably suck to control, but I also think that there's an ego thing that goes along with it too. For some of these guys. Is OB Cleveland?
We'll keep it rolling at 010 on the heading.
Yeah, OB is Cleveland Center, okay. I thought I knew a lot about ATC, then ZBW training crushed me. Dude, Boston's serious business, too.
Kansas City 10 on Southwest 2165, established on 1 left.
Southwest 2165, International Tower, runway 1
Is anybody with a Hotstar TBM flown with the GPU door open?
I
think that was a bug, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure I've taken off with it open, though.
Land 1 left and have the traffic, Southwest 2165.
Look at all the traffic, dude. It's insane. There's so many planes coming in. It's a good event tonight. These guys are doing a good job with this thing.
Delta 523.
I think this is the second or third time I've done a Kansas City event, and both times they've been pretty uneventful.
Following a Boeing 737 on a 1 mile final.
So it's getting dark out. We don't want it to be dark, so.
American 1549, contact departure. Have a good night.
Departure, American.
Speed the clock back just a little bit there.
.com 2324, runway 1 left, line up and wait.
Runway 1 left, we'll line up and wait. .com 2234.
That's Craig. That's Flash 23. Craig got his PPL a couple weeks ago.
American 1018, you're still on tower, grounds 121.8.
Sorry about that.
GG. Pedro the intern, good to see you. How you doing, buddy?
United 1834, International Tower, runway 1 right, line up and wait.
But yeah, the controlling thing just doesn't do it for me. I'd rather fly. Like even the ATC games, one of the developers for one of those ATC games sent a copy to me, and I tried it a couple times, and I'm like, I just don't have the brain power for this. Like, this is not my kind of thing.
United 1834.
Be nice if we could see him.
Flying heading 030, runway 1 right, clear for takeoff.
See you, Ghost Plane. Have a good flight.
1 right, clear for takeoff. United 1834.
Southwest 693, welcome to Kansas City, contact ground point 8, have a good night. Over to ground point 8, see you.
I'll think, wow, that's a pretty aggressive departure there. All right, we're next.
Kansas City Tower, good evening, American 1505.
1, 2, 3, 4.
American 1505 International
Guy's got a little crab going.
1 left, go to land number 2, following a Boeing 737 on a 2 mile final.
There are games where all you do is ATC. Yeah.
1 left, American 15.
See if I can find this one. I know that Plain Ben has streamed it a couple times.
United 1834, contact departure, have a good flight.
Departure, United 1834.
.com 2324, contact departure, have a good flight. Departure.
I'm trying to see if I can find this thing, my Steam list. These guys are coming in.
.com 717, just want to confirm you're next in the sequence on the left side.
A-firm.
Roger.
Tower gate 557 on the approach, 1 right.
Canadian Express 557, International Tower, good evening, runway 1 right, clear to land, following a Boeing...
The hell's the name of this game? I got too many Steam games.
Roger, cleared to land following the 777, 1 right, Canadian Express 557.
I have to have this thing somewhere. I know I've installed... I know that I've added this thing. Tower 3D Pro? That's one... I think that's the one, yeah. Tower 3D Pro. Yeah, this is the one that they use. I know Jeff Faviano's done a few of these
Northwest 19,
on his channels.
Runway 1 right, line up and wait.
Yeah. Anyway, Tower 3D Pro if you want to check it out. Maybe we'll do one of these days on stream. I don't know. It's stressful. I've been out of the loop. Does model matching and positioning still suck? Model matching is pretty good. For whatever reason, My buddies who just took off, I do not see their airplane. But everything else has been pretty fine.
Search 180 75 heavy, visual approach runway 1 right.
International Tower Delta 1337, visual 1 left.
Switch 8.
Sorry, I'm trying to cut up the chat here.
Land number 2 behind a 737 on a 1.5 mile final.
I think we're going to be good to go in a second.
Sorry, I was blocked. Search 180 75 heavy. Northwest 1999, runway 1 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay.
Canadian Express 557, go around.
Going around engagement
for search 180 75 heavy. Switch 88.
What I use for model matching, I use XPilot and the
runway 1 right,
the Bluebell CSL pack, I think. Bowman BW, good to see you.
Delta 1337.
Yeah, just all my planes are missing a landing gear for some reason.
Delta 1337.
American 1505.
And I have no idea why.
American 1505.
Delta 1337, fantastic.
557, turn right heading 090, maintain 3000, contact departure 124.7, he'll put you back in the sequence.
Alright, up to... Sorry, I gotta control the plane here.
No problem, when you can, it's 090 on the heading and 3000 feet.
090 on the heading, 3000 feet, can you specify 557?
You need the frequency again.
I think the guy controlling right now, I'm creeping on his LinkedIn here.
City Tower, American 2267 for 1 left.
Flight instructor at Southern Illinois University.
Northwest 1999, contact departure 124.7.
Used to work for McDonald's. He's doing a pretty good job though, all things considered. Why does VATSIM not show the landing gear? I have no idea. I really have no idea why I'm not seeing a landing gear. Because like all my friends are, they see a landing gear. I'm like all by myself on this one.
Fairland 1 left, 2267.
Tower 6180 is
We have to wait for 2267 to come down, I think. McDonald Douglas. Love it. I'm loving it.
Fly runway heading, maintain 3000, and contact departure 124.7. 1247, runway heading 3000 feet. Canadian Express 557, do you need the heading again?
Affirmative for 557.
Is he a pilot for McDonald's corporate? No, I don't think so. I think that was his high school job.
Maintain 3000, and then you need to contact departure.
That was the job before he then started doing stuff with what appears to be a university flight school.
090 and 3000 and over to departure.
Isn't that an issue with running both PE and VATSIM at the same time? Well, that's what I was told, but I've had people say that it works for them when they do that too.
International Tower Delta 1447, final 1 left.
So I think that's the issue, and I don't really. If that's the case, I actually don't care.
.com 717, runway 1 left, line up and wait, be ready to go.
Line up and wait, 1 left. .com 717.
Delta 1337, contact.
Approaching runway 01 left. Entered runway 01 left. 10,800 feet remaining.
Thank you. Harder.
Delta 1926, International Tower, runway 1 right, clear land.
1 right, 7926.
.com 717, fly heading 350, runway 1 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff heading 350, .com 717.
Configuration.
Whatever. It's fine.
UPS 5 heavy, International Tower,
there we go.
runway 1 right, clear to land.
Power set, airspeed alive.
UPS 5 heavy, I can't remember. You guys park on the right side or the left?
Unfortunately, left side.
B1
okay.
rotate.
You want to change over to left side?
No, we'll just do the taxi.
Okay, go to land 1 right.
Got tower.
Who's number 1 in the sequence for 1 left?
It's 310 Charlie.
310 Charlie, roger. Continue holding short 1 left, I'll get you out of here in just 1 second.
Continue holding and thank you, 000.
I've got no flight director.
Contact departure, you have a good flight.
Depart 717, we'll see you, man.
November 3.
co-pilot, heading. Flight level change, 250. Departure, hello, .com 717, 5,400 climbing, 1010,000. Oh crap, wrong frequency.
Behind a Boeing 7.
Hey, there's the right one.
Search 188.75, as you maintain 220 knots.
Maintain 220 knots, search 188.75 heavy.
Departure, hello, .com 717, 7,600 climbing, 1010,000.
.com 717. Kansas City departure, radar contact, turn right heading 100, vectors for your climb.
100, .com 717. 1,000 to go. Okay, there's 10,000 feet. We'll pull that power back a little bit here. We're not going to need a lot of juice on this thing at this altitude, that's for sure.
Northwest 1999, clear direct Alpha November X-ray, climb maintain 15,000.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Seemed like she was wanting to crash there for a second. Dude, VATSIM in this plane's pretty fantastic, yeah. This plane's like kind of a handful till you get used to it.
160, search 188.75.
Pilot and AT etiquette and respect for each other and the effectiveness it provides resource by faith in humanity sometimes, right?
Yes, sir. Direct Alpha November X-ray. Climb maintain 15,000.
Excuse me. Officer Jet did it with you.
.com 717, clear direct Napoleon. It's Alpha November X-ray. Climb maintain 15,000.
15,000 direct Napoleon. .com 717.
Okay, Express 557 contact. Kansas City approach 123.95. 2395.
Alright, we're going to go for a full speed climb here.
Search
Still a lot going on. Direct. ANX. There. Sec. Nav.
Flight heading 160, search 188.75.
Up we go. Nothing to it.
For 310 Charlie, Kansas City departure, radar contact.
I've been live for about
17, traffic 12 o'clock, 6 miles opposite direction, 737 on 1000.
Logan, .com 717.
Northwest 1999, do you copy your last instruction?
Do not see him, that's for sure.
Northwest 1999, affirmative. Climb maintain 15,000. And clear direct to Columbia now. Charlie, Oscar, uniform.
Take it easy, Cosmic. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. Pedro, take it easy as well. Have a good night. I think he's having some issues in the cockpit.
188.75, heavy contact, Kansas City approach 100.82.
You can put on the hat.
1982.
You mean the glasses?
1982, search 188.75.
Are these the ones?
17 contact, center 125.25.
2525, .com 717. Can't read the numbers of this thing on. I don't know how certain pilots have done this at some point in the past. Center.com 717, 14.8 climbing 15,000.
.com 717, Kansas City Center, getting climb maintain level 230.
Level 230, .com 717. This is impossible. Like, it's so hard to read the screen.
It's working out somewhat well. Contact approach now 120.95. 120.95.
Traffic.
Max! Hello, everybody! You've joined at a weird time. Thanks for the host, Max. Cheers, man. How was the stream tonight? Oh, you think it's a hat? It's just my glasses, man. I got my shades on. It's just so dirty, though. Yeah, you can see how dirty those things are. Hang on. This is important. 777 Bob, good to see you.
Climbing through transition
Yep, there we go.
altitude.
Yep, hit that button right there. Yep, we're just leaving St. Louis, or Kansas City. We're going to St. Louis, Spirit of St. Louis Airport. I was going to give you a good CMX, but it was way too busy on frequency, and I was kind of like stressed out, so there you go. I'm a pilot. It's a great event, man. They're doing fantastic tonight, honestly. I was saying earlier, like, I think I've done a Kansas City event before, and I don't think I was disappointed by that one either.
Southwest 1630, checking.
I think they do a fantastic job, and this has been fun. Like, it's been busy, but it's not been like unmanageable. There's a few times on tower, a couple seconds on tower and whatnot that got a little bit weird. A couple of seconds on the approach controls that got a little weird, but nothing too crazy. I saw Yak at the title, got excited soon. Very soon. Imagine just going on a commercial flight when your pilot shows up wearing those. Oh, it's a fantastic idea. I should throw these in my flight bag. They're not polarized, I can tell you that much. Oh, man. Ernie, what's going on, man? You've been quiet tonight, Ernie. Cold William has powerful vision. Yes, he does. How about the 777, man? That's what you were flying, right? Max, have you ever flown this Challenger? Like, I know she ain't much to look at, but it is a really fun plane to fly. Yep, excuse you. Coronavirus! That's actually not funny. I'm sorry.
Cross Tiger, maintain flight level 120.
Online school's gonna suck. Aldog, good to see you. I work from home permanently. I love it, man.
You got it.
Roger.
Yeah. Alright, let's turn them lights off. You.
Kansas City Center, good evening, Delta 63, heavy passing.
Off we go.
275 for 240. We're slowed to 290.
But yeah, the yak is on my list. The developer followed up with me a couple weeks ago, like, hey, why haven't you flown our plane yet? And I was like, it looks hard.
.com 717, contact center 133.15, good night.
3315.com 717, good night, man.
Northwest 1999, contact Kansas City Center 133.15, good night. Southwest 298, you still climbing? Actually, disregard, there you go.
Are you still climbing? Center, good evening, .com 717, flight level 230.
.com 717, Kansas City Center, climbing, maintain flight level 270.
Level 270, .com 717. Here we go. Alright, top of the climb detent. Go to rocket ship mode.
Contact Indianapolis Center 109.55, good night.
We are off to the races.
Southwest 2687.
Hi, Dev Joe, good to see you.
City Center 125.25.
This is the most airspace I've seen open on VATSIM. Dude, it's been a good night, hasn't it?
25, thanks. Southwest 2600.
Oddly enough, like, Boston is the only set. Well, I mean, yeah, Oakland and Boston are not open. Oh, I guess New York either. Like, the Northeast is usually pretty good about getting airspace open, but it's crazy tonight. Like, you got a bunch of approach controllers on, which you don't normally have. It's just, yeah. Well, nobody got anything else to do, man. It's like, all right. It's like, we may as well just go fly our fake airplanes. Control our fake airplanes. What the hell else are we going to do?
600, did he get that one? Carol, we good. Southwest 1999, Kansas City Center, climb and maintain flight level 350.
You have the idea of no school, but then a couple of hours of work. Oh, dude, I work my ass off. Yeah, no school is fantastic. I wouldn't go back to school for anything. I have worked harder in the last like 8 months, than I have in the last probably last 3 or 4 years, or the previous 3 or 4 years. Like it's insane. My wife came in today, and she's like, "Do you have time to talk?" I'm like, "Absolutely not." I will come downstairs in a moment. Right now, I do not have time for this.
Kansas City Center, Frontier Flight 7, did you call?
All right, 270.
Negative.
310 right there. There we go. It's gonna be like this for a while. Yep. Houston Center's even on, right? So is Cleveland Center. Cleveland Center's never online. They got a controller on. He's been around for a little bit tonight. Oh, they got 2 controllers on too. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
United 1498, contact Kansas City Center 125.25. Good night.
Alright, so we got a fairly short flight here.
Southwest 2221, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 3.
THC equivalent. Hello from Boston. Good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday. Anchorage in Hawaii. Ooh, that's a good question. Honolulu Tower is online.
Destination ATIS is 134.
Nobody up in Alaska, though. Venezuela, I think, has got the controllers on.
6969, Kansas City Center, clear to Kansas City Airport, Raleigh 6.
Eastern Russia controls online. Climb and maintain 12,000 meters. What? Russia does things in meters, right? I see Cleveland a lot, actually. Oh, okay. Well, it used to be that Cleveland was like the lost center. Like, you'd have an East Coast event, and you'd have everybody except Cleveland online. Big Dragon 198, good to see you. Hello from Boston. How's it going? Meters above transition, gotcha. I'm not even sure how I would do meters in this airplane. You have to like do the math in your head, probably. Get your little flight computer, or get your whiz wheel. Same thing in China, right? Doesn't China also do meters?
Frontier Flight 7, amend your climb, maintain flight level 340 as your final.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry, not as your final, you're going to Denver. Just maintain flight level 340 for now.
Somebody overflying Kansas City airspace. China's meters all the time, Russia's meters only below transition.
Good try. Good try. Frontier Flight 7, Kansas City.
Thinking meters are bad. Wait to hear about QFE. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, that's like doing altitude based on... Oh, yeah, no. That's where that's where you set the altimeter to be 0 when you're on the ground, right? It's like a military thing. Look at the VATSIM coverage. Yeah, we just checked it out, Anthrax. It's pretty wild, isn't it? Anthrax, are you pilot flying or pilot monitoring? I'm assuming you're pilot flying because Craig was doing the radios, right?
Okay, Express 007 to send a pilot's discretion. Maintain flight level 240.
Like there's a QFE QNH convert chart on the arrival. Oh, okay. We should go fly in Russia one of these days.
007 to send that pilot's discretion. Maintain flight level 240.
Oh boy, Canadian Express, wake up, buddy. Winds calm, 10 miles, clear skies, 7 Celsius, altimeter 3039er. Great, beautiful weather in Spirit of St. Louis. Not so much here, though.
Center.com 2324. .com 2324, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 1000, St. Louis altimeter 3039. Descend our discretion 110, altimeter 3039.com 2324. Northwest 1999, climb and maintain flight level 350. DOCOM 717, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 1000, St. Louis, altimeter 3039.
Okay, 11,000, head down now, DOCOM 717. All right, 11,000. Let's go flight change.
Center 125.25, good night.
Right there. Pull that power back. Down to 11,000.
Southwest 2221, descend at pilot's
There we go.
discretion, maintain flight level 240. All right, down to 240.
What goes up must come down. Jet Flyer, good to see you, buddy. How you doing, man? Happy Friday. If you're joining in now, we are on our way into Spirit of St. Louis Airport, taking off out of Kansas City, the VATSIM F&O tonight.
Frontier Flight 7 here.
Last leg of the evening here.
Traffic is clear. Climb and maintain flight level 360.
What's going on here? All right. Down we go.
Kansas City, Southwest 1125, flight level 320.
Southwest 1125.
Why do some airports in Russia and other parts of Europe with METARs have no ATIS?
Kansas City,
Oh.
7938 is with you.
With you, I am with you. Not without you, but with you. Dan of Vermont, I did miss you, man. Happy Friday. How you doing, buddy? I apologize for that. Chat's been going a little quick tonight, so. And this plane tends to be a handful.
Southwest 2221.
Low flying, good to see as well. I saw you said hello earlier, but. Hello. What's going on this weekend? So yeah, tomorrow, I mentioned this a couple times, but tomorrow we've got Evan from Flight Sim Expo coming on, 1 o'clock Eastern time. It'll just be a quick, whenever that's done, we'll probably land and call it a night.
Reach on, reach on, reach on.
Firehawk Sim, thanks for 24 months, man. Appreciate that. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. So we got Evan from Flight Sim Expo on tomorrow. We're going to talk I'm sure we're going to talk extensively about the coronavirus and all the crap going on with that and how it relates to Flight Sim Expo. I offered him a chance to not do it in case he didn't want to talk about the coronavirus all night, but he's like, let's do it. So that's what's going to happen. If I have some time this weekend, I might fire up a bonus stream and play some Diabolical, which is a game that's currently in closed beta. Coming out. Well, I don't know when it's coming out, but it's a first-person shooter, arena shooter that's in closed beta that I'm very excited for. So I might fire up a stream of that thing too.
Center Southwest 6969 for taxi.
6969.
30 left taxi via Delta Golf.
Delta Golf for 30 left?
Yep, 30 left.
Joe Kane from Pittsburgh. What will I fly tomorrow? I'll be just some GA thing. I don't know yet. I'll probably jump in the Diamond or whatever. Like it'll be something I'll have to think about.
16 left.
But yeah, I was thinking about like the Diamond or something. We're gonna go through the canyon and Grand Canyon area and whatnot, and just do some sightseeing while we ask him some questions.
United
So.
1023 with you at flight level 390.
Mad lad on frequency.
20 Kansas City Center, just making sure you were here.
Oh my gosh. Hey man, you gotta have fun with it, all right?
134.87 for United 1023.
VCR, it's good to see you. I was meant to get a key for Diabolical earlier this week, but my guy gave me a dupe by mistake. Couldn't be bothered to ask him about it. It sucks, man. I think, well, if you had signed up for the open beta or the closed beta, I think they handed out keys to everybody who had signed up at this point. I got mine last week, but I wasn't able to play. I fired it up for a little bit before the stream started today, but I think the matchmaking servers were down, so all I was able to do was just jump around against bots. .com 6969 tomorrow, right? Moon Tyan Sin, welcome aboard. First time attending your stream, like the vibe. Well, good to have you here. Happy Friday. How did you find us here? We are flying a private jet called a Challenger 300 from Kansas City down to St. Louis tonight. Just kind of hanging out. Tycho, good to see you as well. Welcome aboard. I can't imagine actual people spending their 30 to 40 years in this cockpit pushing the same buttons every day. I mean, typically they move through typically people will progress through different airplanes over time. You generally won't fly the same plane for 30 years, but you never know. I don't know. You look out the window, man. Well, not right now, obviously, but look out the window, enjoy the view. See the world. That's why people do it.
Transition altitude. Nearest altimeter. 3037.
Yeah, well, 39 is what we want.
For 4424. We'll see you.
303. There you go. Down we go. Seattle FNO, we had Spirit Wings 420 on approach. Controller goes, are you for real? Anyway, climb maintain 150. Val dudes, when he used to fly on Pilot Edge, would always fly as 420. That was like the most in character thing for Val dudes that could ever happen too. So people sit at the same desk for 30 to 40 years. That's a good point, 777 Bob.
Southwest 6969, wind 080 RNF Pyong, runway 30.
That's a lie in the competitive pilot world, buddy. You only have one chance to get your type in most cases. All right. Whatever you say, buddy. Welcome aboard. It's good to see you, man. You're going to make friends real fast here. I guarantee it. I've been watching videos for a while since the VATSIM event you flew with the FedEx 727. Nice, man. Well, good to have you. I got to get the VATSIM videos flowing again. The YouTube stuff flowing again because I keep forgetting about that. But good to have you in the live stream. We're having a good one this evening. It's been pretty chill. Like I said earlier, I'm pretty impressed with how well Kansas City is doing on the event tonight. I wrote your stream name on the walls of public toilets here in Houston. Oh, good. For a good time. Twitch.tv/catstrator. Not that kind of good time, though. People gonna get the wrong impression. But, yeah, so we got him coming on, got some Diabolical, and just kind of hanging out this weekend, I think. I don't know. I don't have a lot of ambition to do much of anything right now. It's been kind of like, we're nearing the end of the spring, or end of winter. It's like you just kind of enjoy those quiet days while we still can before the summer barbecues and everything else starts to kick off. And then it's going to be off we go. Did I have AJ on arrival? No, AJ does Minneapolis. So AJ's controlling up north of us. He is on... What is he controlling tonight?
120.
Or is he?
Good night, and Andrew says hello.
Oh, never mind. You're right. He is on approach. 3537. I don't actually know if I had him or not.
He's driving. He's in Discord with me. So.
All right. Southwest 6969.
I have no idea.
Check your squawk.
When did he start controlling down there? That's kind of weird.
All right, 2137. I have it in.
Didn't specify what kind of good time it was.
2137, you said?
Are you into BDSM? Have I got the stream for you?
Visual approach runway 26 left to set
You thought it was a Morinth? Oh no. Oh crap, was that for me?
Dogcom 717, expect visual approach runway 26 left to set maintain 5,000.
5,000, we'll expect that, Dogcom 717.
Southwest 6969, radar contact.
Alright, 250.
We're at 5,000, Southwest 6969.
5,000.
Southwest 6969, climb and maintain flight level 320.
The controller can't even say 6969 with a straight face.
Contact Chicago Center 134.87. Good day.
Alright, home to Bears Center 13487, Southwest 475. See you.
Boo Bears.
Everyone is fleeing the US? Yeah, probably. Sleepover stream hype? Yeah, it's getting late, man. It's okay, though. Recently visiting MCI this month, maybe end of last. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I mean, I guess it makes sense that controllers would do that, but I had no idea that they would swap out around like that. That's cool. Well, he's got to be having a blast then, with this being as busy it is. Can you leave the cockpit and walk around the cabin? Absolutely. Can we ever? This is an older model. Like, this thing's been around for a very long time, so it's a little dated in terms of visuals and whatnot, but it's fine. And the sounds and like actually everything about this plane's pretty dated at this point, but it's still fun to fly, so I don't care. What are we looking at here, Anthrax? I mean, obviously there's a lot of planes that are leaving, but
Action outcome 2320.
like this looks like is this not a normal flow of planes? Obviously, it's probably fewer planes going over there, but I don't know. All right. Don't own a sim personally, but very passionate about flying. Watching streamers like you is calming and joyful. What is your stream schedule?
717 flight present heading back to the final approach course.
Present heading.com 717. Well, thank you for the kind words. I stream on Mondays and Fridays. Mondays at 8 o'clock Eastern time and Fridays at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Mondays are focused on general aviation, so small planes, usually props or turboprops. And Fridays we typically pull the bigger stuff out and go do stuff like this tonight. Space 80, thanks for the bits. You could give a good time by lightly scratching the mic.
Active arrival runway at Lambert.
I can't do that because the noise gate.
American 155, St. Louis landing.
The noise gate keeps that from working.
Okay, we'll be expecting the 30s. Thank you. Plan 30 left.
See, he's going to get an ATIS. We won't get an ATIS, though. MCS layout reminds me of Orlando's layout. That's pretty similar, yeah. Flight level 230.
Climb and maintain flight level 350. Climb, maintain flight level 350.
17 whiskey. That's a promise. I'm not even sure what I just promised, but we'll take it. Oh, the ASMR stuff? It won't make the noise because... No, it won't do it. Huh. It's trying to. There we go. Sometimes it works, but it's not doing it tonight. There might be two. There might be. Nope. So there might be too many other noises going right now, but sorry. We tried. We almost did it, Reddit. Okay. Our approach speed is going to be 113 again. We're going to call it. I think it's a little bit more, but whatever. It's close enough. 113 to 120. 26 left for the approach, or for the arrival. Visual. It's clear skies. Beautiful day out. We're going to potentially be under the Bravo airspace here at some point, so... Or we will be under the Bravo airspace at some point, so have to watch the speeds.
Kansas City Center, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Field elevation 463. 26 left. We can let it roll all the way down to Alpha 6. So doing okay.
Northwest 1999, Roger. Thanks.
There's the Missouri River. That's actually going to take us all the way to the field. We follow that. Gotta turn the noise gate, crank the gang, put a 7-second reverb on there too. Hell yeah. Did Southwest 6969 file 6,900 feet as the final for cruise? He didn't. climbing flight level 690. Not a real flight level. Could you introduce button arrangements while you're flying? Are you talking about what my setup looks like here, or can you be more specific? I don't follow. I'm sorry.
Back 717, fly heading 080, descend and maintain 3000.
080 3000, DOCOM 717.
Southwest 1999, contact Memphis Center 133.6, our correction, 65. Good night.
All right, there we go. So Anthrax, I think Anthrax, I can't even talk anymore. Holy crap. Anthrax, you guys are going to sus as well. Yeah. I mean, which button does what? On this cockpit, oh man, there's so much, like there's so many different things. It depends on what you want to talk about. Like if you look at, this is the equivalent of the overhead panel. You've got air conditioning, you've got anti-ice systems, you've got electrical power systems. Like these two switches here would turn the engines off if I pulled them back. the throttle there is linked to the throttle I have on my desk. That pulls the speed brakes out. That puts the flaps down. We could crank the engine starters here. Like if we lost an engine, we could crank the engine starter over. Yeah, the main buttons I care about for this phase of flight, though, are up here in front of me. It's going to be the heading knob, speed knob, which doesn't actually do anything. It just gives me a reference. And everything related to like managing the autopilot. So that's being done up here. And then these buttons here are related to things on the screen. So like I can change the navigation type from like using the flight management system or the computer over to using a radio navigation like a VOR. All right, let's bring the speed back 200 knots underneath the Bravo. So primarily what I'm doing here is I'm using altitude, vertical speed mode, and the up-down buttons here to bring my nose down, bring my plane down. And then I'm using the speed knob as a reference as to how fast I'm trying to go. Because this plane doesn't have what's called an auto throttle, so it doesn't actually hold speed for you. I have to manage that myself with my throttle. But the speed bug gives me a reference on my throttle of what I'm doing. Yeah, I mean, there's just the going over each button would be it'd be interesting, but it'd be a very time-consuming process. It would have been a great question for the 2-hour flight that we had the first leg. But yeah, I hope that helped at least. I don't have a reverb button, man. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Uh-oh. Modulation? Hello? 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 No, that just sends over to the FX panel. Position? Can I do it? Does that do it? No, it doesn't do anything. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's why. Hang on. What if I do? Hey! Hi. Welcome aboard. Hold over here. Oh. That sounds kind of funky. How about that? Yeah. Hey. How's it going? What else can I do? I can put it over here, or over here, or over here. Here, I'll let you guys see what I'm doing. Oh, speed! Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Ooh, that's like the Jeff Fabiano voice right there. There we go. How's that? Oh, yeah. Bass. we messed with that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. That's all I got. I could put the delay on here. Let's see if I add the special effects delay there. Actually, wait, I could. Oh. I don't even know how to do this stuff. Like, I don't even know half the crap for what I'm doing here. Reverb on. Yeah. So if we send a little bit over to the special effects, like that. And then we bring some of the return of the special effects back into number... Oh, God.
Center.com 2324, clear of 26
back into Alpha 3? No, Alpha... No, it has to be Alpha 2. Hello? Hello? No, that doesn't do anything.
I wish I knew where that was. Taxi to Park, Crescent Delco.
Yeah, I don't have anything there.
Parking via Alpha. Taxi via Alpha.com 2324, good night.
That'll be something fun to play with one of these days. Citizen, you were doing 300 knots in a 55 zone. Ah, crap. Should turn us in here fairly soon. He's going to have to turn us soon because now we're in the Bravo. Or almost in the Bravo. Why is he sending me so far out here? U1849, good to see it. Cygnus, welcome aboard. The laugh, right?
I'm 717. If you have the field in sight, you can have a short approach. Field behind you now, about 7 o'clock and 5 miles.
Oh, we got the field.com 717.
TACOM 717, clear visual approach, runway 26 left.
Clear visual approach 26 left.com 717. I'm not sure I call this a short approach, to be honest, guys. But we'll let him have his moment. Let's get rid of the flight director. Let's get rid of the yaw damper. Yeah, my airplane. It's like a big Cessna now. Brace! Alright. We head towards the...
Southwest 4318, Kansas City Center, climb and maintain flight level.
We head towards the river here. Start dropping some altitude. Don't have to drop that much altitude. Can start bringing her down.
Number 9, number 9, number 9.
Space City, thanks for the bits, man. Land 742, good to see you, man. Sorry I can't give any lower, so I would have gotten you a longer down one. Oh, it's all good, dude. I'm assuming you're my controller then. Yeah, Lance Harry, okay. Dude, you were on controller a couple weeks ago. Weren't you? Where were we flying, Lance, if we had you? Was it last week?
Kansas City Center, good evening.
You're everywhere. I see that.
Passing 225 for 230.
TACOM 717, wind is calm, runway 26 left, good to land.
Good land 26 left.com 717. Minneapolis. Oh, okay, so did a bunch of the Minneapolis guys come down here for this event then?
American 11, or correction, Air Canada 1121, Kansas City.
Is that what's going on?
Maintain flight level 330.
Maintain 330.
You're right, it was Michigan. It was Monday. It was freaking Monday.
155 to send me the coupe
When we were doing the GA stuff. Yeah. How's the baby? Oh, the baby's fantastic. If you go hop in the archive for the stream, you'll see her on stream earlier tonight. She's a pain in the ass, but she's doing well. Oh, look at that. One red, one white. Perfect. Perfect. Let's get that speed back. Yeah, okay. So we had you on Monday.
3 mile final runway 26 left.
With that gong show of a the icing and everything else that was happening. It's no big deal. It's fine. Oh, the sounds are so good, right? Maverick, good to see you, man. Mine's 16 now. Yeah, she's gonna be 16 months on Sunday, and she's at that age where she's just into everything. She's very rebellious, but you can start to see like a real strong personality coming out too. And you're starting to see like glimmers of understanding and glimmers of language starting to show up too, which is pretty cool. Anyway, short final here. Gears down 3 green, flaps are down and indicated. Spoilers are, yep, okay, yep, 500's checked. All right, we're landing. Not sure where I got the minimums from because I didn't actually load an approach in, but it's okay. So this plane is nose down for pretty much the entire approach, which is a little unnerving at first and feels really unnatural. Beautiful.
100.
That's how I started.
50, 40.
Get a little slow there.
30.
Whew,
20.
got some oscillations going. I've overflared it.
10.
Had some oscillations going there and I just kind of lost it.
2675 Kansas City Center, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Got just a touch slow on final. Should have kept the speed closer to 120.
Your 17 Whiskey contact, Chicago Center 134.87, good day.
34.87, speed there, 17 Whiskey.
As challenging as it can be, yeah. Hey man, I do a lot of hand flying. The wobble is because I got slow, and it's just one of those things that X-plane physics do when they get slow. Two dumbasses in an A319. What could go wrong? What could go wrong, right? You guys should have streamed that, man. That would have been good. .com 717's clear. Where are we at? Alpha 8 here, heading over to wherever that A319 went.
.com 717, welcome. Taxi parking via Alpha. See you later.
Parking Alpha. We'll see you later, man. .com 717. You guys did great tonight.
Thank you.
If it's all Minneapolis, guys, that's why it went so well. Because Minneapolis is one of the 3 centers that's like that are basically impenetrable when it comes to these events. Now it's starting to make more sense. All right, I find you guys over here.
1125, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
We did not want to take your views. My rig isn't powerful enough to get out of here. I need a better computer.
Wisconsin 35,
How to?
contact Chicago Center 134.87, good day. Chicago 3487, Wisconsin 35,
Future Cash, you good to see you. Good timing because we're just about done.
121.25.
Oh right, yeah, Lance Harry. That's right. We had to talk about your name. That's right. Now I remember. Thank you for tuning in, Mark. We're gonna watch the replay, then we're gonna go find somebody else to go go raid. So let's not miss any of that. Be the first one I don't need to watch on YouTube. Hell yeah! I got to get back into getting them on YouTube. That's my problem. Tight ramp over here. All right, good enough. Park brake. Engines 1, 2. Oh, hey. Nobody saw that. All right, let me do the thing where I hit the pause button for a moment. Force the Cloud Ahoy upload. There it goes. Done. We'll close Cloud Ahoy. And we'll disconnect from VATSIM. Craig and Craig and Anthrax, thanks for flying along tonight. Do appreciate that, guys. Thank you to all the folks who controlled, anybody who happens to be tuning in. Especially you, Mr. Lance. You're a good dude. Let's go watch replay. Watch me completely lose it on final as I choked.
500.
Thank you.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Working on it, though. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you can see right there. I got slow. When you get slow, like X-Plane, the physics start to get a little unstable and things oscillate. So if I had an extra 5 knots in there, I would have been okay. And then I sort of freaked out because I realized I was getting slow, added a bit of power, overflared it, and then thumped it down. So it was all right, though. She's not an easy plane to fly. At least that's what I tell myself. She looks pretty good coming in there, though. 777 Bob, take it easy, man. Need to get into X-Plane again. Yes, you do. They weeble, they wobble, but they don't fall down. My friends. Tonight's been fun.